Hello, everyone, and welcome to the top 8 of the Southeast Asia Showdown presented by the NSIG Discord. I am A-Surge, and leading the first half of top 8 with me will be Jerry. And Jerry, how are you doing today? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm doing good, A-Surge. It's, good to be here, considering we were probably talking to each other maybe not even, an hour ago in the Australian tournament with Bearded Brawls, but we are here once again. It is the SEA Showdown, and we've got ourselves some Southeast Asian action coming up today, and it's going to be really interesting to see, these Southeast Asian players, really grinding through. We've got a good amount of players in here, and we are going to go into the winners semi-final here first up, and it is going to be Himway up against Reaper. So I'm gonna be interested to see how this one goes out. It's Himwe obviously being a really, really good player of late for the Southeast Asian community, and Reaper as well. He's done massive things for the Southeast Asian community as well, and it's two real heavyweight titans, in this winners semi-final. So this is going to be a bit tough to call, honestly, as to who will win this. But if I had to put my finger on it, I would probably say Himwe takes this out. It could be anyone's game. I've seen Himwe play like literally every character. He's played Mordex, he's played Asuri, Reaper as well. Definitely in the 2v2s when he was playing with Vortex, it was a lot of that Bryn. But it'll be interesting to see how and if Reaper can, overcome Himwe, and how these two will play against each other. It's very, very close to call. I believe, this being Seed 1 against Seed 4, this will be quite a tough match for both of these players. So, you probably got to hope that, if you're gonna be a Himwe fan for today, then of course maybe you could probably expect Himwe to just almost rush down Reaper. You might be able to expect Reaper be maybe a little bit on the back foot, but Reaper has really strong defense. So I will be interested to see how these two clashing titans will come up against each other. Do you have any predictions yourself, Serge?
I mean, if I was a betting man, which I'm not, thank God, but if I was forced into it, I think I definitely would put it on Himwe. He's been particularly dominant, I think, which is, I wouldn't say unheard of in Southeast Asia for someone to be dominant, but I think Southeast Asia, ever since Tiger kind of fell off as the top guy in every event, it was a little bit of a Wild West, and then Himwe showed up and he won Winters, he won Springs, before that he won Autumns, and so I think I would expect to see Himwe to show a little bit more dominance as we continue, because I believe this is the first Southeast Asian Showdown following Springs, which Himwe did win, and Reaper placed 9th. So, it's been a minute for both of these players, but I definitely would say that I would expect Himwe to, but I mean, that's not, the distance between these two players is not that big. I think Reaper's definitely a very solid player, particularly. The longevity, I think, is one of the bigger ones. Even looking at it, Reaper has 24 top 8s, which is kind of mind-blowing to me right now, that there are, it's been going back that long. Time really has flown by for Southeast Asia. So the longevity for Reaper and sort of a new dominance for Himwe, as we, I believe, go into it on a Blaster's mirror between the two of them. Himwe on the Diana and Reaper on the Lucian, going defense stance Lucian and speed stance on Diana. So I think notably a lot of speed on this Miami Dome game 1.
Yeah, something that I definitely find interesting is that with these two characters, we saw a lot of Diana and a lot of Lucian at DreamHack San Diego, and it's interesting to see that Southeast Asia have really actually kind of followed up suit from that. But it's honestly, I will be interested to see how the Southeast Asians can perform, two very high-level meta characters. Obviously, Katars are doing really well at the moment. We're seeing a lot of blasters from Himwe as he gets a third side air. Count him as Reaper ends up getting KO'd there really early on, not even 40 seconds in, and Reaper already, his stock has been lost.
That was really interesting, because Reaper did a really great job of playing the Katars in the Blasters matchup, where you get into the center and try to stay stacked with them, but Himwe just did such a good job of getting out of that situation. And I mean, it was just like 5 stairs in a row where Himwe would just jump and guess which way that Reaper was going correctly and stare him. And now Himwe's just taking this sizable advantage. Guitar recovery is going to knock him up off the top. Going to take the first stock, but a lot of damage has been put onto the second stock of Reaper, and Himwe has been looking really good so far in this game. The Blaster's very dominant. Already has him queued up again, doesn't want the bow. And again, these sidelights, these stairs, the directional moves, Himway's spacing with blasters has been phenomenal. Goes to the bow, that down signature. Man, Reaper just can't do anything to Himway right now. It's such a struggle for him these days. A GC sidelight, I don't know. Reaper is trying to build up a little bit of damage with these blasters, but man, such a lead for Himway at the moment. That down signature is going to do it. And man, he went flying. And just a full stock lead for Himway.
Yeah, that signature really just takes it out of you. It's you get hit by a down signature on Diana, and your thought is, oh no, this is it. This is doom for me. And at the moment, Himway is really being doomsday, but Reaper, he's trying to answer his prayers at the moment. But Himway now, he is on the boat, gets a downlight nair, a second neck, catching the dodge, tries to get a GC light, but, you know, couldn't connect. Ooh, nice down sig again. We're seeing a lot of Lucian down sigs coming out from any Lucian player. Everyone knows that signature is incredibly strong right now. Himway tried to potentially get a recovery, but he couldn't quite work. Now Reaper's got the dodge. He's trying to push forward, but Himway gets a side air of his own. Ground pound actually doesn't connect on stage, but wasn't punished for it either. And now the Blasters, you know, tries to catch a recovery, but Reaper calls him out for it. Nice side air again. Reaper trying to make his way back, down like side air, and that's going to take game one for Himway.
Yeah, Himway just dominant. Started with a lead, never lost it. Really well played with those blasters, almost entirely using the blasters. Just that bow down signature taking the second stock. And that was pretty much it for the bow. So the spacing and already a switch for Reaper, which definitely accustomed. I think notably in Southeast Asia, I think a lot of different character switches, not a lot of like single character specialists throughout the region, I would say. So I mean, one player will lose a game and immediately switch, which I think makes the set much more interesting. It's harder to tell. There's a lot more adjustments. It's pretty cool as Reaper is over to the Barbara, which mimics the Barin, which is what you talked about earlier in twos when they were playing together. The Barin would come out a lot, so definitely very experienced on this character as we go into game one with Himway up 1-0.
Yeah, probably one thing to mention is that there were 77 damage done on the bow of Himway and 450 plus on the blasters, so he's definitely just, you know, keeping onto the blasters. The bow, it's almost kind of a if I have to almost sort of thing, but the axe is actually really strong into the blasters. Any downlight that's missed by a blasters player, every axe player knows that's the easiest sidelight nair of their life, but that seemed to be potentially a misinput there from Reaper. But at the moment, this axe does seem to be working for Reaper at the moment. He seems to have it, you know, pretty evened up at the moment. Himway, though, he is trying to get these reads, but the side air actually ends up getting the KO for Reaper. And, you know, he now has a good lead here. He's going to want to try and, you know, push this advantage, try and make sure that his stock counts as long as possible, and build up as much damage as possible on this axe. But Himway evens it up with the bow side sig.
Man, I can't believe that picked up grounded. Just as high as he could be without missing that. Very well spaced from Himway, and already an even game. The nice advantage from Reaper that started is gone. And Reaper trying to build it up with the spear now. Spear to bow, I wouldn't say particularly a great matchup, which is what we saw earlier from the axe and the blasters, but Reaper's playing it pretty well right now. A really nice wake up. The GC end light out of both sides, pretty smart. And fairly even so far between the two of them. Himway just a little bit more damaged, but that wake up, that could be trouble, man. Using your GC against spear like that can be very scary. Opposite switch to the axe for Reaper. Just wants to find one of these neutral signatures, some kind of Sarah end light. Himway is quite hurt, but the side signature is going to connect. Himway's just letting those rip this whole game so far. Dare not going to do it.
Oh, tries to get the end there. Oh!
So close.
That actually ends up KOing. We're seeing, especially from Himway, a lot of signatures are kind of just getting thrown out, and you know, some of them connect, some of them don't, but it's really like strongly and almost oddly aggressive gameplay from Himway. He's got to be careful not to run into anything too much, gets the weapon throw, tries to parry, and Reaper doesn't actually end up touching the wall, and he's gonna end up falling to his death there. Himway, he's now on the blasters, and he's even primed them as well. So if he loses his weapon, he's going to pick up another pair. Sidelight Nair there, tries to get some more damage. Oh, the recovery, not enough to get the KO just yet. Reaper's axe has been really strong against Himway. It seems to be the answers to these blasters at the moment. That's another neutralite. The down air missed by Himwe. Reaper trying to build out the pressure. Try and release it. That side sig is missed. Ensig dodged through. Downlight actually loses the weapon for Himwe, but he picks up another pair of blasters. And now it's if Himwe can try and get some damage in, but so much damage is being built up onto Himwe. It won't take long for him to be KO'd. He's got Reaper in the red, but a second downlight from Reaper is going to keep the scores 1-1.
Wow, the platform movement to find that double D-light, very good. Man, KOing with Axe and D-light is impressive, to be honest. Just getting to that point, and I'm trying to find the right word for it, the fortitude to go for these safer options, not hunting, not giving up too much, but going for these Sares, these end lights, and 458 damage on that Axe compared to only about 100 on the Spear. Definitely opting for it, and that's funny. We were talking about, I feel like counterpicks don't matter too much, but he gets beat up by the Blasters in game 1, he switches to the Axe, and Himwe loses to the Axe, switches to Guitars. So already just trying to counterpick your opponent in this game 3, we're 1-1 and already onto the Guitars and Spear. Not that great so far, building up nice damage onto Reaper. Seems to be struggling out of a lot of these guitar moves. Himwe's doing a great job of reacting out of pretty much everything so far against Reaper. Reaper maybe only for more wake-ups, but it doesn't really matter so far. Guitar's here, sending him out. Himwe would rather weapon starve than edge guard right now because he knows he's got it on lock pretty much. Another dare. Reaper might still be able to make it back, but a dare will seal his fate, and Himwe starts out game 3 with a nice lead.
Yeah, Himwe on Asuri, that's definitely been the pick that, you've seen him play a lot in majors, so, this Asuri swap isn't just, any form of counter pick. This is just him locking in and trying to deal out as much damage as possible. The Katars are really strong. That downlight actually ends up picking up, and now, Himwe, he's being edge guarded at the moment, but he does actually come back. The sidelight downlight, picks up the dodge again! But no, ends up coming back onto stage. The side air just slapping him away. Oh my goodness, try to get that neutral air after the sidelight. Himwe goes for the haymaker, but it doesn't end up connecting. And now Himwe's on the sword. Actually stops the Sair and gets the stock from that. Reaper didn't even touch the ground. He just gets end-lighted and there he goes.
He attempted to punish a sword D-light with Axe in the air and it just didn't work out. Recovery is going to do it, but Reaper a full stock behind, and that is trouble. I mean, Himwe's guitars have been on point in this game. Just all of these follow-ups, so effective at countering the way that Reaper wants to play out of hit stun, just reading him, reacting to it every time. Though under the sword, still playing just as dominant. I mean, the zoning, the Sares and these D-lights, it feels like Reaper can't get in at all. Reaper gets a spear, but still already like a deep red. It doesn't look that doable so far. He doesn't have a lot of damage onto Himwe, and if you can build up just a little bit, he might be able to take this stock and work this into something with D-light Sair and throw down. No weapon starve so far, so Himwe might opt for an edge guard here. Another D-light Sair is going to do it. Himwe takes game 3 up 2-1.
Yeah, that was just superb from Himwe. You just complete dominance on the Asuri. A lot of that guitar's just running through Reaper. We're seeing the swap actually from Reaper. He's going back to that Lucian now that now that Himwe's no longer on that Diana. He reckons that potentially, what was getting him punished in game 1 might not turn out in that favor in game 4 here, as Himwe, he is still staying on that Asuri, but it could be a long trail back into that loser's side of the bracket if Reaper doesn't pick up his slack from here. Himwe is just doing really brilliantly on these Katars. You're seeing him just push him up to the sky further and further. It's just, Himwe is just on a different level. We're seeing it right now in that Katars mirror. Reaper trying to pick up some more reads. Oh, that Ensig actually ends up connecting onto Himwe. It is a little bit even at the moment. That Ensig actually surprisingly doesn't connect. Now Himwe is on the sword. The Ensig connects. A second one, Himwe, huh? Hello?
Man, the call out from Himwe. Reaper just holds completely down out of both options there and gets a neutral sig both times. Himwe just knows. He's got this set up. Although, D-light recovery, not going to do it. Oh, but another recovery, that will. Wow, really well played off the platform, and then the exhaustive recovery to find the KO up off the top. Even on Apocalypse, that will KO because they're so high up, even with an exhaustive recovery. So maybe these blasters might be the ticket back into this set for Reaper. This game is pretty much even now. And again, one of the biggest keys to blasters is playing around these platforms. A lot of this platform movement, so you could find yourself some of these zoning aerials that you wouldn't be able to find otherwise, or maybe some kind of dash dealing. He's doing a really great job of that right now. Himway can't seem to get in with this sword, taking a lot of damage, wants the guitars instead. Probably a much better matchup to try and play more aggressively, get more stacked with Reaper. And yeah, it seems to be working out, but a wake up, still trouble for Reaper in this game. Take a little bit more damage than you'd probably like, but in the lead for now. Might try to find some kind of recovery, but not going to do it. And now both on the KO percent.
Oh, try to get the pickup weapon throw into the side of that. That's a huge mistake from Reaper. Almost gets KO'd for it, but he's been put in a really bad position nonetheless. Gets the unarmed side air, trying to buy himself some space. A recovery as well. Now picking up onto the blasters. Expect recovery coming out soon, or maybe even the ending. That's going to get the stop. And now this Lucian pick is working out really well right now for Reaper. Definitely better than what that Bryn was in Game 3, but Himwee is getting closer and closer to just trying to get that KO, but Reaper's blasters, man, they're putting up some damage, and they're really putting Himwee in a horrible spot. Just misses the input, but no punish either. Oh, just missing that side air as well. Reaper is just building up so much damage to recovery. Swaps over to a second pair of blasters, making sure that Himwee doesn't get a weapon. Oh, the haymaker ends up connecting, just barely dodged through accidentally. But now Himwee has to try and pull things around from here. He is severely damaged, and he can't afford to get this to a Game 5, but Reaper says otherwise. Game 5 it is.
Let's see what the character switch is. Very, very interesting set. I think it's just going to happen each time that someone switches characters between games. And, man, I think, yeah, you're very right that the Diana was just a menace for Lucian, or for Reapers on the Lucian. But now that he's off the Diana, maybe this Lucian is the pick, as Himway will make a swap over to Caspian, sticking with the guitars onto the gauntlets. And, I mean, Guitar Mirror is probably one of my favorite matchups to watch in this game because it's so volatile. You could be comboing someone, and then in the next second you make a mistake, and all of a sudden you have no dodge, and they're comboing you, and then it keeps going and keeps going. That's exactly what we saw. Both these players were very competent on the guitars. Lots of great reactions and reads out of like, some of even the easiest to hit guitar moves. So I think we're in for a banger of a Game 5.
Yeah, we've actually moved over to Demon Island here for Game 5, which we haven't seen in between these players. Himwee also on the Caspian instead. Maybe he wasn't a big fan of the sword, especially into what Reaper was throwing out on those guitars. And he's decided to go with the gauntlets instead, which into guitars, maybe not the best weapon to go for, so it's more likely just a blaster counter pick, as the side sig actually ends up connecting, and now we're seeing Himwee on those gauntlets. Himwee has played on the gauntlets before. He has a Mordex. We've seen it in tournaments before, but this Caspian, it's the down sig, not enough to get the KO just yet. Himwee still staying on those gauntlets now. Reaper does make his way back, but he's just, avoiding everything except that neutral sig. Himwee just throws it out so casually, and it ends up connecting. And Reaper really on the back foot here for Game 5.
Yeah, wow. Reaper in trouble. It was looking good for a minute, but these Caspian signatures, I mean, they make the difference for this character entirely. It's hard to say that some characters are picked because of the signatures, but Caspian, his are just wild. The guitar side signature will KO you from any percent, no matter where you are. You're just done. So it's so strong, and a lot of them, he's just connecting so well. The other recovery is going to do it. Demon Island, a bit of a lower ceiling than the Apocalypse that we'd been seeing before, so maybe partially helps out, but again, for the guitars and the gauntlets of Caspian, it's the same deal. Like, pretty much every weapon that every character is playing right now wants to KO up off the top, so maybe looking to find those a little bit earlier, a little bit less stock tanking, especially with this high defensive Lucian, but the high attack of Caspian is becoming a problem. The damage is getting built up on the Reaper, and it's not good. Reaper trying to answer with a lot of these diagonal moves of his own, and oh my god, he perfectly waits for the jump. That was such a good read, just following him off stage, knowing exactly when he would jump, and jump snaring him at the exact time that he knew. That was so good from him.
Yeah, Himwee is in, he had the read, but Reaper just pulled out some insane tech that I honestly might have to take note of. Because he just waited out Himwe, seeing what he was going to do, and then just caught him with the jump. It was really actually nicely played in the end, but now Himwe has to try and get rid of this stock before these Katars do too much damage onto him. He's trying to find the sidelight recoveries, he's trying to find those raw recoveries, but Reaper's now put him into the orange. The recovery again dodged through. Himwe isn't getting these reads on the gauntlets that he needs. And light wreck on the Katars. It's another downlight. Oh, dodge burr, and now Reaper is really putting in the work here. Tries to get the GC, but doesn't get anything off it. Now keeping Himwe away from a weapon. Himwe really struggling here. The NSIG not going to connect, and now Himwe on a pair of Katars of his own. And Reaper ends up getting the SD, but he has a stock in hand, but don't count out Himwe just yet.
Yeah, Reapers are running away with this game, though. Playing so good on those blasters, the zoning. He gets the weapon there somehow. The spawns on his head. The Sarah's not going to do it. And this game is looking so good for Reaper right now. Just another Sarah, but he is on the blasters, a weapon that can sometimes struggle to kill in these situations, and Katars are really great at making comebacks. Reaper's hunting for these weapon cards, and now unarmed. Yeah,
that's going to do it!
He's going to take the game 5.
Reaper actually manages to get himself into winner's final and sending Himwe down into the loser's side of the bracket. Well,
yeah.
Well, that's not what we were expecting at all.
That was such a good read. Oh my god, he follows him entirely off stage and predicts exactly when he's gonna jump. So low. That is so well played from Reaper in that situation. That basically took the game for him. So amazing stuff. That game was nuts.
Yeah, alright, so we are going to move over to our other winners semi-final in that match in this side, and it is going to be, I believe it is Keith up against Sire. And if this isn't a matchup that has been seen a long time ago, Sire having taken out 4 matches in player history, Keith only with 2. And this is a really, really strong. It's been so far. This matchup has been a lot more dominant for Sire. It's not like Keith can't take it out, but Sire. I reckon Sire's probably going to pull through. But hey, I was wrong once before, and this one could definitely be another game 5.
Yep, I think we're looking for it. And do my eyes deceive me, or is that a Roman Reigns? Is that the Taros coming out? I have not seen a Taros in a minute in any sort of competitive fights in a very long time, so I love to see it. Always gives me flashbacks to the NA Spring Championships with Luna. I don't know. I just really enjoy Taros. I think it's a very goofy legend to play out, and the Orion for Keith. Definitely, I like the drip in particular for both players, honestly. The stop sign hammer is beautiful. Already, I don't know about this Taros pick. It's looking pretty good for Keith at the moment. Building up nice damage. Loses the spear, though, and now the weapon starting. This could be a big issue. Axe is a really great weapon at keeping people away from the weapon spawns, particularly these N-lights and T-lights and satellite airs that are able to push him up higher. Keith finally gets a favorable spawn for him against the Lance, but Sire made up quite a bit of ground there, and now it's looking a little bit better for him. A pretty favorable matchup as he gets a D-light onto the Lance. Keith goes in, sidelight, but doesn't jump for the nair, probably buffers the jump. Oh man, that Jesus sidelight, that was a really smart decision. Doesn't work out, finds a Sair and takes the stock of Keith. Opts to stick to the hammer, D-light there, and man, building up so much damage, Terry.
Oh my god. Yeah, Sire, we've seen a hammer from him before. He was the Bodvar man for Southeast Asia. And now we're seeing the hammer play coming out from Sire again. That NSIG just sweeping Keith away. Sire's just on another level here against Keith right now. Keith really needs to try and find the KO, and he does with that recovery. But Sire, he's just doing really well on this Taros pick. Not something that you really see a lot of, especially, you know, with Axe and Hammer being a little bit weaker in the 1v1 game, but that side air from Sire on the Axe, it's put Keith on his last stock here in game number 1, and what can you do about it? Saya's just rolling through Keith right now.
Yeah, dude, Taros is such an oppressive legend. Each of the, I mean, Axe and Hammer are really high damage weapons, but on this really high attack legend, it just, you feel every hit so much more. I mean, the damage is really stacking up for Keith right now, and he's just starting to work his way back in, but he may have put himself in such a deep hole that he can't crawl out of it. Trying to do something with this lance, but they're trading hits, and right now, that is exactly what Sire wants to do, is hunting with the Hammer Ground Pound. Not going to find it, but disarmed is Keith, and that's not really where he wants to be. He wants to be able to find the stock as fast as possible, just to deal a pretty interesting bait, actually. I can't believe that works. Able to find the recovery, fast falls it. Still can't find this KO, though. Apocalypse, such a high ceiling. It's become such a problem for Keith right now on the spear, because on the Axe and the spear, or the Axe and the Hammer, it's more about KOing off the side, which is how this KO efficiency has worked out. Sire goes down to his final stock, but I don't know. This is looking pretty rough for Keith.
Yeah, this is looking a little bit rough as it keeps going. Oh, the ground pound barely not connecting. And now Sire has to try and get himself bit by bit, try and, you know, crawl his way back into the game, because the momentum is really shifting over to Keith's side as he goes for the ground pound. Sire gets hit by the Ensig, and now Keith has evened this whole thing up. He's not too far away from getting the stock, gets the side air on the lance, and Sire gets the side air of his own, and now Keith only has a dodge left, and the ground pound comes through. Sire just pulls out with the game as he takes game number 1.
Man, that was close. I want to see if it's on the replay. That Hammer Stare he hit at the very end to send him off. I mean, I would have been fuming if that hit me. I mean, he's so close to bringing that back, and just such a close hit. Yeah, it's gonna... Oh, man. So close for Keith, and honestly, it feels okay. Yeah, I guess it's doable, but really unfortunate that he gets hit by that going for a weapon and not able to pull it out, but still feels good, right? You didn't get two stocked. You brought it back. You can take momentum back into this game and not get stopped by just the fact that you lost the game. It's okay. Go into the second game with some strength, knowing that you brought it back, that you made an adjustment, and now you know. And hopefully with this lance, be able to bring out more damage onto Sire than he was able to do at the start of the game. Not able to find these reads off these sidelight dares, but it doesn't really matter, because it's a lot of damage. He's not getting punished for it. And sidelight dare, for sake, this is becoming a problem for Sire. Building up nice damage, no dodge. Sidelight Sarah's gonna do it. And Keith, a clean first stock.
Yeah, really using that lance, which is definitely what's been the more effective weapon in this matchup. Getting that lance, especially in that last game, to try and even things up, but, you know, just losing out in the end. And now it's this lance pick that's actually really working out for Keith. Sire trying to go for that side stick, but it doesn't actually end up connecting. And now Keith has the edge guard, just gets a simple 3-piece before letting Sire come back to the stage. Oh, the GC downlight not actually going to be able to connect for Sire. But the weapon throws, he's really just trying to find these hits. Keith not finding much. That's a nice down air there by Sire, but he's just trying to build up the damage. He isn't able to get any KOs as of yet right now. The Ensig, that's going to actually do it. And Sire, he's taken the stock off Keith, but he's going to have to try and bring this back. He's keeping the weapons away from Keith, but who knows how he's going to be able to bring it back from here, especially on a weapon by, especially like a weapon of Axe and Hammer.
I don't know, this high attack, oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god, dude, he caught the recovery with a Sarah, that was so smart. And then the weapon throw just to keep him from staring back to stage. Sire just completely evened it up. That's exactly what he wanted to do because he was so far down. And Keith, you gotta feel so bad in that situation. You just lost your stock just like that. You just respawned. And it's really hard to play in this situation now because it's kind of in your head a little bit. You just got owned by that hammer. And he's getting weapon starved repeatedly. Keith can't get in. Sire, with all the momentum right now, finds the dodge in with that side signature. And again, Keith can't find this weapon. Sire's just weapon starving as much as possible. Keith gets recovered. He's got nothing left, and Sire, is that gonna do it? It is the dare. What a clinic from Sire.
Yeah, Sire just really just pulled it all off, didn't he? Just absolutely run him down. I don't think he performed a single piece of axery in that game number 2. It was just Hammer. So we definitely know what he's using the character for. and it's really, really well done by Saya in that game number 2. But we're gonna go into game number 3. No legend swaps, no map swaps, and Keith is struggling a little bit here against Saya.
Yeah,
how do you try and get the answer towards a lot of what Saya has put out here in the first 2 games? What do you do?
it's so difficult in this situation. I mean, you felt like you absolutely should have had that game. And any momentum at the end of game 1 when you make the comeback is just gone. And although he's getting a nice start, and another Sarah, yeah, Sarah recovers high. He's just done a completely clean stock from Keith. And man, both these players just will just eliminate stocks from one another in a blink of an eye. You blink and you miss it, it's gone. And Keith looking to build up some more again. These sidelight dares are magic for him. He's finding really nice stuff off of this. Another one. Sire able to make it back, but Keith, with all the stage control, has taken, I think, like, what, 2 hits so far in this game? And letting him, man, Sire just can't get in against Keith at the moment. And finally, a down signature, but, dude, he's in, like, yellow. Although that neutral signature,
oh my god.
If he cleans this up, he's gonna get him.
Oh my, Sire, please, man. Well, you didn't have to do him like that. Look, you're already up 2 games. I know you have to bring it back even like you did in game number 2, but my god, that was just a little bit ridiculous. And now you've got to try and claw it back from here. Both of these players really just trying to... They're not really threatening each other with attacks, as Keith really gets himself up here in game number 3, as the Lance really just putting himself, keeping a distance between him and Saya. And he's building up more damage with it now. Sidelight down air. He gets a nair, goes through the weapon throw of Saya. Saya goes over around, tries to pick up a hammer, which he's hoping to try and build up the damage. The dodge caught by Keith. Tries to go through GC, but no punish from it either. And now, Saya really struggling. The weapon throw is actually going to give Keith a game. 2-1 here.
Wow. Even with that, like, quick stock taken from Sire, it did not matter. Keith, not going to go down 3-0 like that. Just crazy on that Lance. I mean, 386 Lance damage, 0 spear damage, and he wins a game like that. That's pretty impressive, honestly. Keith's Lance just putting on a show in that game 3. And honestly, the first 2 games was doing pretty good with it, and finally able to not get some sort of unfortunate gimp gone his way, and so he's able to take the game, and they go to Miami Dome. I think those platforms are going to play a big deal. I believe in game 1, I think it was the delights of the axe that was doing it. So these platforms are really important when you play a map like this, because they're so high up that you can get some of these combos like delight cover delight on hammer at very odd percents, or some sort of triple delight thing on spear. So an interesting swap of weapons, but no character swap at all, as opposed to the previous set that we were watching. Both players very confident in their picks, and they have the tools to win the game. So as we go into this game 1, already some nice axe damage built up. You were saying that the hammer was all that he was doing in that game 2, but he's come out with this axe in game 3 and in 4. Man, the D-Light ground pound is done. That axe is putting in work for Sire.
Sire's just put the pedal to the metal and put Keith's face straight into the ground. Even in the first 30 seconds, he's just absolutely trucked him like a machine. But that's what you get when you play a character like Teros or Roman Reigns, I should say. But now it's Keith's turn to try and build up as much damage as he can. Tries to get the read after the down air. But hang on, the hammer's starting to go a little bit funny here. Doesn't actually get that side air, but nice whiff coverage there by Sire, though. Now it's just about trying to find a couple more pieces. Keith finally does get the punish onto Sire. Keith is really just struggling. He's trying to hold forward and trying to push his way into Sire. But the hammer and the axe, it's just too good at just, keeping yourself stage control and, forming out a blockade. And Keith has to try and, push past that. And the best thing that he can do is this Lance, which is what has evened him up at the moment. But downlight there by Sire, he lets Keith come back. And now he swaps over to the axe, hoping to try and find a stray stare or a signature. As Keith goes for the ground pound, the weapon throw side air, that's going to be the KO. And Keith is potentially on his last stock on the winner's side.
Yeah, and no lead is too big for these two because there was a full stock lead for Sire earlier, maybe like, I don't know, 20 seconds ago, but Keith has brought it back with this Lance. And even though Sire was able to find the KO, it's still basically an even game. If Keith can find this stock, he will turn it into a completely even game, which is crazy considering how this game started. So Sire maybe just wants to build up some nice extra credit, take this back into a sizable advantage. So far done a good job with this axe, and like reads his movement from Keith with that down signature, and now Sire looks just unKOable. It's a struggle for Keith right now to find this. He can't find any of these Sares. The end light is just not going to be enough for him right now. And so Sire with this axe just wants a little bit more damage, but Keith just can't find anything. Another side light Nair. This damage is starting to hurt. We talked about it earlier with this Taros. It's just the really high attack. It's a problem that end light is not going to KO. And so Keith just in so much trouble right now. This Lance hoping to find the KO, but the dealer recovery not going to do it. But man, Sire's just reading and holding down. Keith just throws out a haymaker. He's done with this, but tough situation for him to be in.
Yeah, he's gonna have to pray for a Lance miracle here to try and bring this game to a game 5. Tries to go for the ground pound, but Sire knows better and goes away from it. And now it's just a matter of if he can find, he's finding a lot of those side light dares. He is building up the damage, but Sire, it only takes, you know, a down light Sarah or so to, you know, put yourself in a better position. He swaps over to the axe instead, hoping for a couple dares, maybe a Sarah. You expect maybe a D-Sig to be thrown out, but hang on, Keith has actually evened up this game here. Tries to go for the weapon throw, but it doesn't connect. Sideline air avoids the unsig quite nicely, and now Stomp, sidelight, Sarah, Stomp, Sarah, and now Sire really is going to have to try and avoid a lot of what Keith has to throw out. GC downlight recovery, now he's swapping over to the axe, hoping to try and get a stock soon. Sidelight Nair again, misses the recovery. Sire throwing away to the axe, gets the Nair connected, but it's not going to be enough to get the stock just yet. The Stomp misses, and now Keith is probably a side air away, but so is Sire, who gets side aired himself. The weapon throw trying to catch Sire unawares. And now Sire's the only one with a weapon. He's got the axe in hand. Keith picking up another pair of lance. Sidelight Nair again. Tries to read him with the recovery, but Sire moves away from it. The end light, that's gonna get the KO, and we go to a game 5.
Oh my god, dude, I said it earlier, no lead is too big for either of these players. Keith was down a full stock twice, and he brought it back both times in one game! Dude, Keith's Lance, it's so impressive. That was basically game 1, except the last stock went into his favor, so this set has absolutely delivered on everything that I might have expected and more. The just crazy 0 to deaths that have been going on with this hammer and this axe with the Taros, and then Keith with the comebacks on the Lance. The mental fortitude to make these comebacks is really impressive, and going into this game 5, now you can just wipe all of those previous games away, and all of those disadvantages you were in, it doesn't matter anymore, because you're in the final game. This is all that's left. So Keith basically in a best of 1 now against Sire, just staring down that elimination side. It does not want to go there, because if you go down there, there are some really good players you're going to run into. It's a very stacked tournament. You move into this game 5, and already some nice damage built up for Sire with this hammer.
Yeah, Sire really just making sure that Keith doesn't get a weapon, and Sire's really just making sure that, you know, if he can run through with the hammer, make sure that he doesn't really get caught by especially a lot of those lance side lights, then he won't be in a disadvantaged stage for long. A lot of axe and a lot of hammer is just get your 1 hit, maybe 2 if you're lucky, and then reset it back to neutral. The lance gets absolutely taken out of Keith's hands by that side sig on the hammer, and now Keith is in a lot of trouble. We've seen him bring it back before, but it's not what he would want to prefer. He would prefer himself to, you know, have himself a comfortable lead, but right now he doesn't even have a lead at all. All of that lead has gone straight to Sire right now. Keith hoping to try and get a couple dares. He gets a 3-piece on the lance, and Sire moves away from the Nair. There's a sideline Nair there, but misses the recovery. Sire can't quite get the punish of his own. And now Keith has evened it up, but his stock is going to get deleted for it.
I noticed in the middle of that, Keith picked up a spear, threw it away instantly. I think it started with Keith being down 2-0 in this set, and since then he has done 0 damage on spear. Finally gets a Darren to Sayer, but man, this Lance is everything he needs right now. He has no options left on Sire, but he's not going to be able to find it on Keith. And now it's a tough position to be in with Lance to find his KO. This is exactly where Sire wants to be. This is where it's been all set, where he's able to run away with a full stock lead, but no, Sair's going to do it. Keith did not take that much damage. Onto the second stock, so weapon swapping back to the Lance, hoping to get that Lance primed up for the next one. Side lane into nothing. Interesting, like Dare, and now his damage is building up for Sire. This Lance, Keith, all of a sudden it feels like he makes these small little comebacks and you don't even notice because it's only a couple hits, but both players just so much damage for both of their weapons right now. So the weapon throw is not going to connect for Sire, and we have almost an even game. Keith just a little bit behind. Stomp Sayer, that is a problem though. Man, he tries to reach the dodge in. That actually could have been it for Keith's stock if he had done that, but no. Now, and like no dodge, Keith is gonna get the weapon spawn and hold this Lance. He might find this KO at ground pound, he's gonna do it. It's caught hugging the wall, and Keith takes the lead in game 5.
Yeah, Keith now has the lead for himself, which, you know, if you look back like 2.5 minutes ago, or even 2 minutes ago, there was no lead for Keith. That ground pound coming through, Sire tries to confirm it, and he does with the weapon throw into the down air. So this is a last stock scenario here for both players, and they got to try and adapt quick, try and get the stock as quickly as possible, or even just try and make sure that their stock holds out. Keith trying to pick up a weapon, but Sire just isn't having a bar of it. He's just keeping the weapons away from Keith. Finally, he picks up a Lance. Sidelight Nair into Sayer. He's got Sire off stage. Sire trying to bring himself back into pieces. Sidelight Nair again. Misses that GCN sig. And now Sire has an axe. And now he's got to try and work his way back. The recovery, and he's still staying up high. Keith tries to piece him out, but can't find anything as of yet. Now Sire just trying to go for an endlight, but he ends up putting himself off stage. He finally picks up the hammer, stomps sidelight, and now Keith, he's potentially a side air or two away from getting this victory over Sire. Here in this intense game 5, that down air barely missed. Again, sidelight Nair tries to find the recovery again, but Sire has avoided them really well as of right now. Now picks up the axe, gets the Sam, misses that end sig. But the side air is going to do it, and Keith is going to go to win his final?
Oh my god.
Excuse me, I've been wrong on 2 occasions, and Keith is just absolutely taken out the game 5.
28 spear damage, by the way. That might have been all of his spear damage in the past 3 games. His Lance was on a show in that set, and oh my god, was it effective. That was one of the, without exaggeration, one of the best sets I've ever seen. Every game delivered on such a good level. Man, just the comebacks and the zero deaths and the imps from both players. That Lance, the hammer from Sire, so impressive. Keith barely able to squeak it out, making the reverse 3-0, including major comebacks in every game that he played. What a set, honestly.
Yeah, it was a brilliant set in the end, and it's going to be Keith that does take it out in time, but we are going to go over now to the losers quarterfinal, where it is going to be Himwe up against Naveen. Naveen, I believe, is an Ulgrim player who he's been trying to push himself through of late, and Himwe, we've seen Himwe before. He got to game 5 with Reaper, but it was Reaper that ended up clutching it out in the end. Naveen, to get here to this match, ended up defeating Tranquility 3-1, who is an Australian player, by the way, is Tranquility, but Naveen, he must have done really well on that Ulgrim to, you know, beat Tranquility and get himself to this spot where he is now. So Naveen, it'll be interesting to see how he plays against, you know, PR1 in the region, and if he can manage to pull off a win against Himwe, then it'll be amazing. But it looks like Himwe isn't on any form of pick that I think we've ever seen from him. He is on Jaeyun. Excuse me?
Interesting. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
Am I reading this right? Jaeyun? Himwe is on Jaeyun.
I don't know, man. Himway can pick whatever. I'm pretty sure Himway could random and probably win against the best in Southeast Asia. Himway is Himway right now. So with this great sword, we'll see what he's got. Definitely not what we're used to, but I mean, PR1 versus PR63, definitely a David versus Goliath, but I'm really interested to see what this Olgrim has to pull out. Navin, so far, a pretty even game. Neither player really connecting on pretty much anything at the moment. Just a couple stray side lights from this great sword, a dare into Sair, some side signature. If that had hit, it had been it, but then he just loses his stock for it. Himway just knows the instincts that he can just take that stock in an instant from one overcommitment. That's pretty impressive, to be honest. So a really great stock from Himway, and Navin has to play on the back foot.
Yeah, that can happen against, you know, some really strong pros. You overcommit once, and then your entire stock is gone. We've seen it time and time again in some regions. As Himway getting the 3-piece. Oh my goodness gracious me! Himway, calm down, man. Calm down. What are you doing to the poor man? Finally, Navin gets a side air, but he's got so much, there is such a gap that he has to close, and if he can close it from here, then, you know, call me an apple toffee, because that is a bit of a sticky situation that Navin is in right now.
Is that a comment saying? That's funny. Yeah, this is, I don't know, he's doing a nice bit of damage, but now, Himway, he's shoved it down. He's just styling on him, dealing ground pound into the weapon throw. Just another unarmed ground pound that says signature almost did it. Man, Himway just swinging. He wants to go to the next game. Probably wants to go to the next set, to be honest. Navin struggling so far in this game. The window back into it is if he can find this stock, but Himway is just not giving it to him. Even though it seems like he's playing a little silly, finally he'll take the stock. It's just silly, but, you know, good spacing, and finally he'll lose to the double recovery. But man, Navin has not just any mountain to climb, he has a Mount Everest to climb right now. It is a struggle. These dares are starting to connect with the lance, but delay recovery, no sir. Himway shuts it down and takes it.
Player 1 wins.
Yeah, it was a tough Everest to climb, and Himway just sends down an avalanche of humiliation basically in that first game. And we're already seeing the map bans just come out. He's crossed out Miami Dome almost instantly. We're going to go to Apocalypse here for game number 2. And Himway has decided to go on Fate. Interesting.
I don't know.
He selected the Enchantress, but it's actually a really interesting character that he's pulled out here for game number 2. Going from Jae-Yun to Enchantress is a little bit surprising, to say the least.
Yeah, I feel like spending a lot of time analyzing the character pick. I don't know. He probably just picked it because he just felt like it. Like Himway, I'm not sure he's really too much effort into character select, and maybe he should, because Navin has started to bring it out in this game. He's finding these recoveries. A lot of these diagonal moves from Lancer really put the hurt on Himway. Even in the last game, he was getting dared a lot, and he was getting recovered a lot, and it has continued. And what that means is it's a bit of a struggle to find a KO, but Navin, I mean, one straight hit, and he'll have a nice lead against PR1 in Southeast Asia, so I don't know, man. Although Himway, Jesus. Okay, yeah, that's gonna
there's a reason why Himway is PR number 1 in the region for a reason, and it's a bit of a bully fest against Navin right now, who is doing quite well actually to hold on as well as he is, as he does get the stock with that recovery. Himway just missing out on his own recovery, but yeah, Himway is actually doing really well against Navin right now in this matchup. But you know, all credit to Navin, he isn't going down without a fight right now.
Yeah, it feels like for Himway that it's like there's a certain amount of length that he'll let Navin take a lead, and then he's like, alright, I'm gonna win. Because Navin took a nice sizable lead, and Himway all of a sudden he just owned it, you know? And it seems to be a struggle for Navin right now. He's just getting down-sigged by Fate Scythe. It's a problem at the moment, and not able to find any of these connections. I think part of the biggest issue for Navina right now is every hit he's getting is a stray hit. No follow-ups, it's haymaker. And man, Himway just knows. He's just in it this game. It looks dominant right now. This is PR1 showing exactly why he is PR1.
Yeah, he's really pulling out all stops here against Naveen. You're probably thinking that maybe Himwe isn't trying, considering he went from Jaeyun to Fate against Naveen on this Algrim, who almost hits that Ensig. But Himwe at the moment, he's just trying to get these side threes, and hang on, that dare actually gets the KO, so Naveen has a chance, albeit probably slim, but a chance nonetheless.
Yeah, this is not that far away for Naveen on this lance. Definitely, you can find some of these straight hits. These side-late dares, if you can connect into more hits than just one dare is not going to be enough for him right now, because Himwe has done a great job of connecting like 4 hits in a row, and these stairs, that's going to do it. Himwe just locking it down in game 2. Again, just will not lose. Dominant showing again. Up 2-0.
Yeah, now we're getting a bit of a drip swap from Naveen, but we're getting an entirely different character from Himwe now. It's Bodvar.
Let's go.
Why?
Let's go. I like Bodvar.
He's even got the Java drip of just default red Bodvar. I don't know if that's any form of insulting, but it's a spit in the face nonetheless. So go from Jaeyun to Fate to Bodvar. You know what? You do you, King. You do you.
I love Bodvar. He's anyways getting a little silly on it. I don't think this drip switch is really gonna do that much. Maybe, you know what this might be, is Himwe picking like his sweat character, and for one game just showing you what he could really do.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Him. He dodged up into that side sit. Naveen is cooked at the moment. It does not look good for him. Himwe is dominating with this hammer right now. 3 nairs in a row. Naveen is in so much trouble. He's gonna get V'd.
Oh my god. Yeah, look, Naveen is cooked right now, and Himwe doesn't know how to use table manners. This is just rude from Himwe. Like, clean up your mess, man. Clean it up, please. Just get like a tablecloth or something. You're making a mess of your food! Bro, you just spilled some food on the floor, Himwe! Clean it up, man!
Oh my gosh.
Stop being so rude!
Bro,
where's your table manners?
Please, relax.
Where is Himwe's table manners?
He has a family to feed, man. Won't you think of the children? Finally, Naveen takes a stock. At least he doesn't get 3 stocked, but man, Himwe has dominated. Does he even pick up a weapon? He does, but with this hammer, they're playing a little bit of neutral, but I don't know. These dares are not connecting. Again, he just can't find follow-ups off of any of these straight hits, and Himwe is getting 4 and 5 hits on hammer. Like, he's just so ahead right now, although... Oh my god.
Oh no.
Okay, he's okay.
No.
That could have been
Wait, he makes it back though. No, he does. He got a dodge back in time. So Himwe, I mean, he's on his last stock, but Naveen is on tournament stock. Just does a downlight into nothing. Okay. Make sure you wash your hands after that, Himwe, you dirty pig. Jesus Christ, man. Actually just molly rocked him.
Oh man,
like that's literally all. That's the only thing I can say. Absolutely just molly rocked him. Like, I can't say anything else.
Yeah, the smiley face in chat and post game chat from Naveen. I don't know what else you're supposed to say. GG's. Smiley face. Dude, if that happened at LAN, I would not shake his hand. No world, no universe am I shaking his hand after that happens to me. Definitely an interesting set, but you know, it's a nice little change of pace to see Himwe just be dominant. And I really do believe that's what he was. The Bodvar switch, it was just like, okay, I was messing around the first 2 games. Let me show you what I can really do. And on that first time, oh, he just eliminated him. There was no hope for Naveen. So, moving into our next set, we've got ourselves Sire, we've got Vortex. We have, honestly, a pretty storied matchup between the 2 of them. I swear, when I think of Southeast Asia, these are 2 of like the top players that I think of together. Wow, between them, 22 top 8s for Sire, 15 for Vortex, PR5 versus PR4. This is historic right now. Sire's up 5-4 on the set count, but I think anyone could go between these 2 right now.
Yeah, this is a match where really anything can happen, so Everyone is, it's gonna be a very tight contest, so make sure you guys are sticking around for it. It looks like Saya at the moment, he's staying on that hammer from earlier, but he has, for now, swapped it for the Scarlet Lance. So, it looks like Vortex still deciding a character as of right now, but it will be really interesting to see, you know, how Saya and how Vortex take each other on from here. It looks like we're gonna get the Koji from Vortex. So how it's interesting to see a Scarlet in professional players. I haven't seen a Scarlet in a 1v1s tournament in what feels like forever. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's a character that you never see.
yeah.
So I'll be interested to see how it, you know, performs here in this match.
I have 3,200 hours in Brawlhalla. I don't think I have ever seen this Koji skin in my entire life, or the setup, the color swap, the skin. This is
3, 2, 1,
interesting, to say the least. I have never seen that before. I kind of respect it. The drip is pretty impressive. Versus the Scarlet, yeah, you're right. I don't see much of Scarlet, honestly, anymore. It's not for a very long time. I think Lance and Hammer haven't been meta at the same time in a very long time. So, interesting to see, but so far just trading hits a little bit between the two of them. Trying to get these follow-ups out of just a couple extra hits, but so far, Vortex doing a great job of avoiding them. Trying to find some of these delates against Lance with bow, but man, the chase from Sire! That Sire recovery into jump Sire, he holds down into it. Sire just knows. He's so visible right now.
Look, I already know that Sandwick is just gonna have way too much fun making a Southeast Asian montage.
Yes.
Just an SEA Showdown montage. Sandwick, I know you can hear me. When is it dropping? when is the montage dropping, man? You've got way too many opportunities with like any of the tournaments that you've hosted. Oh my goodness gracious me.
Dude, Sire is playing phenomenal right now with this Lance. He's doing so good. Just the chase onto Vortex. And it's kind of the same, like, it looks like the same read, but the first time he read him holding down out of Lance recovery, and the second time he read him jumping out of Lance Sire. So there is no correct option for Vortex. Sire is just in his head with this Lance. I was not ready to see this level of dominance between these two because I feel like it should be really even. Finally, the down signature for Vortex is going to connect. And he's taken a bit of damage on this final stock. I would call this doable, but barely. I think this will be a problem for him so far. So.
Yeah, but hang on, Sire's on the hammer, which he hasn't really used a lot in this set so far. The side sig ends up getting punished. It's pushed him off stage. The burnt dodge and the side sig, he just holds it, but Sire with the punish, he's now on the Lance, tries to get the down air. Oh, try to get the down air off, the side air off the wall on that Lance, but Sire, ooh, actually gets sniped by that bow and sig. And there is still a chance here for Vortex. A slim one, but look, if there's a chance, Vortex is going to be the man to take it.
Man, that neutral signature was crazy. I did not see that coming. And now with this bow, I mean, that's momentum to take in. This is almost like that Keith set before, where you, maybe even if you don't get this win, it's momentum for you to go into the next game so you don't feel like you got dominated. As it was looking earlier, he's jumping again. Yeah, no! Wait,
no!
He only has a recovery lift! Man, Vortex almost got that. It's hard to get over there in time. The down air isn't going to do it. He doesn't get weapon thrown. And the recovery catches, it beats out around there. Yeah, it's crazy. I cannot believe that just happened. That 90% of the time does not happen with bow recovery. So, really weird situation. And now Vortex playing with house money. Basically, this set should, or this game should be over. It should be 1-0 Sire, but Vortex has made this comeback. It is completely even.
Oh, that's gonna eventually do it. A little bit of a jump scare for Sire and his adored fans. I know you are out there. I'm looking at you, Cracker. But now, Sire, you know, after just beating out in game 1, which it should have been in reality a dominant game for Sire, but it was brought back eventually by Vortex. And if Sire really had like that much trouble closing out the set, but if he really had that much trouble closing out the set, then maybe the Scarlet pick might not be it. There was definitely a lot of struggle on the hammer, which there was only 56 damage put on the hammer. A lot of it was the lance, and there was only 65 damage on the sword for Vortex. So definitely each player only really using one weapon, and the other weapon, they're definitely either deciding to not use it, or they're in a little bit of struggle street against it, which really does depend on who you look at. I reckon Saya definitely had a lot of trouble on that playing that hammer against Vortex, but it's a little bit tough to call. It's not exactly like Sire is using the Scarlet for the signatures either, as we only see a 14% signature attack accuracy. So he's just using for the tried and true lance, but maybe it's the chance that Sire tries to play a different character. If he wants the lance, there's probably better options out there, but if he's comfortable on the hammer, which at the moment it doesn't look like it, if he's comfortable on the hammer, then he's really going to have to try and show that, because right now I'm not convinced.
Yeah, and I to be honest, the bow is pretty impressive from Vortex, especially playing from behind like that. To find those stocks very easily. I think even before that neutral signature that kind of blew me away, that I was not seeing coming, he was doing a great job of finding those sidelights, those dares against Lance, which is kind of the difference maker in bow into Lance, is if you could find the dares and the nares. It's very important to get in those zones that Lance can't really deal with. So Vortex showing that he's obviously very well versed in that matchup. But pretty good game. I swear, every time I commentate Southeast Asia, we were doing this earlier with a couple weeks ago at the Spring Championships. It's just, they always put on a show. Every set is just really good. Comebacks and these like quick stocks taken. I love Southeast Asia, man. Every one of these sets are wonderful. So it looks like we've got a bit of a character swap for Vortex onto the Kaya, which maybe a little more meta than Koji, which I think about 6 months ago I would have been crucified for saying that, but now I think he's a bit more popularized. That Kai is probably one of, if not the best bow legend right now. So looking maybe for the spear, the sword wasn't really working out either. So 3 decks bow, definitely very interesting as we move into this game too for Vortex, hoping to have a bit of a better showing, but that comeback at the end definitely must have boosted his morale, even if he wasn't able to take the game.
Yeah, so definitely this Kaya pick, he wasn't really using a lot of that sword, as we mentioned, so maybe the spear will definitely help, and it'll even help a lot more into this hammer and even the lance of Sire, but at the moment it is Vortex still using that bow, so maybe potentially switched for a signature kit recent Sire, just not cashing onto that GC, but at the moment it seems to be in this game number 2 that Vortex is doing really well with this bow, and still trying to wait for a signature for him to land. See, the owl comes out, but it doesn't connect, and now Sire, he's in a little bit of trouble. He's putting himself into the Burgundy source, tries to get the read, but doesn't quite avoid it as narrowly as he would want. And now it's just a matter of if Sire can build up the damage, but Vortex is so close to getting this KO. He's just missing the signatures though, and Sire capitalizes on it.
Yeah, Sire just completely started running away with that stock. He wasn't able to find the KO for Vortex, and then Sire just started finding it himself and was able to find the KO with that unarmed dealer recovery. Very high ceiling on this map. Maybe one of the highest, everything's close to Apocalypse. So able to find that down signature. Every blast zone is so far away. You just survive forever on this map. And I think one of the most important things is this Kaya bow against Lance, right? When Lance is against the wall and you do a down signature that covers the wall, you cannot get Seared as a punish. So we saw that earlier on that first stock, and it's been working out since. And now it's how they play around that, because we saw him delight there to try to catch him jumping up early because Sire wanted to punish a possible D-Sig. So definitely a bit of an adjustment for both players mid-game so far, but still fairly even game for both of them. Sire onto this hammer, that's not what we were seeing last game, and it wasn't that effective when we did see it, so hopefully wants to get back under this Lance, although starting to put up some nice damage recovery. Neutral signature not going to connect, but fairly even game so far. Back onto the Lance, and now with his delay, doesn't dodge away into that Sair. Still, Vortex, another ground pound! Sire is just on top of it with his ground pounds right now. For that Lance, playing really well off stage. Such a risky move to throw out. So, pretty impressive that he's able to find that both times.
Yeah, those ground pounds, he's just really capitalized on Vortex's spacing, and maybe even Vortex isn't expecting the ground pound, but that's another Danzig KO there for Vortex, as this game is a little bit more even compared to game 1. Sire, he's going to be grabbing onto a hammer now, which he's building up a little bit more damage, gets the dodge, but can't find the Sair afterwards. The punish comes out at the moment for Vortex. Tries to find a second one, but ooh, the Ensig actually ends up connecting, and now Sire is building a bit of a lead. A GC down by Nair, a second Nair, tries to find a third one, tries to find a second GC, but it was punished though. And now Sire, the weapon throw gets thrown away, and now Vortex, he's trying to even this game up. He now picks up a bow, but the haymaker from Sire makes it 2-0 in his favor.
Throws it out. Man, that every one of those stocks from Sire that he took was him just throwing something out, and just knew, right? 2 ground pounds on Lance and a just run up haymaker because he knew the Vortex would go for that weapon. So a pretty clean game. Definitely more hammer damage than the previous one, showing that he is pretty strong on the weapon. And the Kaya pick, I don't know if it's really the pick for the situation. He's going to stick to it. I think that game was not as close as the first game though, so I don't know, maybe a bit of a confidence thing onto a more comfort character for Vortex. As we move on to game 3, Vortex is down 2-0, back against the wall, and go back to the same map. A lot of high ceilings and far away blast zones, and this Kaya is going to be very difficult to KO, but Sire so far no trouble because he's using these ground pounds, which is pretty much the most effective thing for Lance to KO on this map.
Yeah, the ground pounds in that game number 2 really came into effect, but I'll be interested to see if Sire can pull off the same effectiveness here in game number 3, as this is potentially the last game that we're going to see of Vortex if Sire can manage to close out the match here. But at the moment, Sire is really just pushing through, especially with the Lance. We did see more hammer gameplay in game number 2 compared to number 1, which did help him out in the end. You know, Sire was getting the stomps into the dares, into the nairs as well. Just any aerial that he had, he really was doing well at landing them. But now Sire is gonna have to try and, you know, hopefully get this KO soon, which he seems to be behind for the first time in this set. If you look at the damage count, and Sire trying to find those Sairs. Oh no, the down air doesn't hit. And now Sire, he's being edge guarded, does get the recovery though, but at the moment it's a matter of stage control. Sire actually going for the hammer, hoping to try and find a stomp Sair soon, but he gets side ed, but he actually manages to make it up well. Stomp into the down air, tries to find a side air, but doesn't connect, and that signature is going to seal the deal and take the first stock off of Sire.
Man, I was getting deja vu from that second game where Vortex would just build up a lot of damage, but he couldn't find the KO. This KO efficiency is such a problem for Vortex in this set. It's probably a lot of the reason why he's struggling so far. It feels a little weird that he's leaving open these very far blast zone maps as he gets Saired down to his second stock. He does have a lead, was able to find it, but still, it could be a problem going forward. These 2 weapons that Kaya has are definitely a bit more of a struggle at KOing versus the sword from the Koji that we saw in the first game. So who knows what we'll see, but so far this Kaya has done pretty good in this 3rd game. It's just about finding the KO. He's got him in KO percent. Now can he find it? A Sair, one of his down signatures, but it feels like every time that he goes for one of those options that'll do it.
Oh.
Uh-oh. No.
Sire does make it back in the end. But that down sig does actually end up connecting, and now it looks like Reaper is he's not Reaper, Vortex. He does have a little bit of a lead right now.
Yeah, it's still it's very close for Sire. Definitely very doable, particularly with this hammer. Just a stomp Sair is going to do it. But the recovery, that's a really nice recovery back to stage. doing a great job so far. And that down signature, Vortex taking a nice lead in this game. Goes for a pretty heavy commitment ground pound on Bo, but the pivot there, he's got nothing. Well played from Vortex as he takes the game and we go to game 4.
Yeah, we're gonna go to game 4. That is it's a game taken in Vortex's favor, and he does have a little bit of momentum in his way, but it's just a matter of holding on to it. If he can hold on to the momentum, and then we'll hopefully see. It looks like Saya is actually swapping over to the Tezca. Oh no.
Yeah, what happened to Shane? Unfortunate. We get to see the boots come out, but looking... Tezca, I really actually enjoy watching Tezca, particularly the way that people have clearly labbed out a lot of these combos, and the most important thing I've seen so far is Nair on Battle Boots, and how you fit that into your combos, how you're able to get reactions and reads off of it, because it's such a potent move. It feels like a lot like Orb Nair, except you have better options to follow up off of it. It's so easy to throw out, it's not easy to punish at all. So definitely probably the strongest move for Battle Boots kit at the moment, other than obviously Ground Pound. But as we get back into this game 4, they go back to Brawlhaven. Very wild map choices. Game 1 on Brawlhaven, game 2 and 3 on Spirit Realm, game 4 back to Brawlhaven. So opting for closer blast zones now, definitely pretty interesting. No platforms to work with, and maybe hoping to get a bit of the dominance that we saw at the start of game 1 onto this Boots. So far, the game has not worked in Sire's favor. This bow is becoming a problem for Sire so far in these games. Down signature, he tries to go up and it just doesn't work out. And another down signature, but again, no punish from these Boots. Doesn't have a great option to punish it, although he gets the read.
Oh!
If he had properly jumped that way on... Oh man, that could have been it. That would have been insane if he had actually pulled that off. No, and now both players just back in orange on their first stock like it never happened.
Yeah, getting it down like Sarah is Vortex. He tries to get that pogo, but Saya doesn't actually go down stage. Instead, he just bounces off the stage. The side sig connects, and now Saya, he's swapping himself over to the Gauntlets, hoping to get a KO soon. Oh, that recovery is not enough to do it just yet. Tries to find another one. Oh, gets the read. Saya with these Gauntlets is impressive work to get that KO, and now Saya is going to hold on to the Boots for now, but it won't take much to KO it. In fact, that's all it'll take for Saya to be KO'd.
Yeah, and right to an even game. This game, pretty interesting because I'm pretty sure pretty much every game has not been this even at the... Oh man, Sire almost got him off stage there. Very close, committed everything. And now Vortex, with the response with this bow, deal a little bit more damage, avoids the down signature. That's kind of been the entire way that they've built edge guarding in this set for Vortex. Is he getting down signature, or is he punishing the down signature? Is he avoiding it? Or is he not going to do it? But right now, this Boots...
Oh no.
This is how he's doing his damage on Sire. The ground pound is going to connect, and Sire with a sizable, about half stock lead. It's game 4.
Yeah, it's Saya. He's put Vortex on tournament stock here, and he's actually keeping the weapon away from Vortex. He's really got to... These Boots are really just mincing up at the moment, but GC downline there tries to find that N-Sig, but it doesn't actually connect. And now Saya, the burnt GC and Saya is just building up damage one by one. Downlight Sarah onto the bow, and now he's got the edge guard. Just lets him actually come back, and now Saya has a chance to try and keep the center of stage to himself. He's gonna get the Gauntlets as the weapons spawn in, and he's gonna hope to try and find some recoveries or maybe some signatures even to try and get closer to closing out this deal. But Vortex is doing actually really well right now to try and hold on as long as he can. GC downlight recovery is actually going to get the KO, and there is a chance here for Vortex to try and put this into a game 5 against Saya.
Yep, but he has to play perfectly with this bow. Although I would say this game is not even out of reach. It's definitely very doable. And Kaya very low attack, but Bo really great at stringing these things together, making comebacks like this possible. So definitely very doable for Vortex right now. Sire's starting to take a bit more damage than he'd probably like to. But the problem is if Vortex is able to find the KO, but after he gets into that percent, getting him to that percent is not the issue so far in the set. No options, makes the land, and will Sahara off stage. And now it's kind of a scary position for Sire to be in, but he's able to make it back. Wow, quite a smooth recovery from him, man. Man, this is a very nervous game from both players. Able to dodge sidelight recovery. No reaction from Sire there. It's End lighted, getting end lighted again. He's getting his landings caught here. This is starting to become a problem. Vortex finds just any of these signatures that he throws out. Man, that could have been a dare. It was close. Doesn't opt to go for it. Getting Sared instead. And now kind of a problem for him. Sire overcommits off stage. Onto the spear. Probably not where he wants to be for Vortex, but unarmed. Disarmed.
Oh,
Sire
no.
jumps out of the weapon throw. And now onto the bow. Again, the KO efficiency could be the problem, but if he's able to find some kind of edge trap signature type. Oh no, man, he almost got the down signature, but he gets punished with the Sared. Man, it's so close, and Vortex could do this. Another dare. You don't go to game 5 though. Sire takes it 3-1.
Yeah, that was so close to getting the KO in the end, but unfortunately for Vortex, Sire just pulls through a lot of damage on those boots. But the gauntlets actually ended up doing well in the end, but yeah, the boots just ended up doing way too much against Vortex. But that was an incredible set, honestly. Look at the boots damage, and then look at the bow damage from Vortex.
Yeah, wow.
Holy.
Yeah, definitely a weapon one trick. Well, at least in that game, definitely good on spear, we know, but good set, definitely a good group of sets. So I believe that is going to be it for us at the moment as we go to a break and a caster swap. Anything left to say, Jerry?
No, that's it from me. It was good to be casting some amazing SEA sets as always, and we will be back with the top 4 of SEA Showdown number 5, and we will see you all very soon.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Southeast Asia Showdown presented by the NSYNC Discord. I'm A Surge, and we're going to be taking you through top 4. With me here is Vilgax, and see little moves. How you doing there, Vilgax?
I'm doing great, man. It's purple in my room right now. We're at the kicker with what, top 4?
Purple. Wow. Yeah,
Like,
it's a nice color. I like it, honestly. Got the LEDs up. Yeah, dude, top 4 is going to be so good. I'm looking forward to our next set, too. We got Reaper, we got Keith. We saw some great sets in the winner side, so definitely looking forward to
a lot of hammer. This is a hammer showdown.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Although, I think we've got mostly Spear in the winter finals, unfortunately. But yeah, on the elimination side, I'm excited for the hammer. Do that.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah, that was nice.
I mean, the loser side, we got Siren Himwee. That must be a hammer ditto. That'll be fire. That'll be super fire.
Oh yeah. Yeah, with the Roman Reigns, that's right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Top 2 seeds in the lower. Not bad.
Yeah, nice upsets.
Few little upsets.
Yeah, we got.
We're kicking up with the Brawlhalla.
Yeah, dude. He was playing Barraza earlier either, so that's pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I like this pick, dude. I like Barraza. We almost never see that legend, not other than Cody.
3, 2.
Yeah, all 2s. He's pretty solid 2s pick. Let's kick it though. Yeah, we got an early action pick.
Reaper, this axe, Jesus, he's putting hard on him. Just a couple stray hits, and he's already got these nair stairs.
We got a cute little GC from Keith attacking the ghost behind him. I don't know. Might be fighting some demons.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you gotta swing on the demons. Keep them at bay.
I'm not sure if DC kills because he's been the nurse, but Sidesick for sure will pick up the kill here, but he's on the ash now.
Yeah, Sarah's not gonna do it.
Oh, that was a cute little dare.
Yeah, he's got
Cute
another
little
one.
secondary dare.
Yeah. Reaper picks up the first star. It's pretty nice. These blasters, man.
Nice on it.
He starts it with the axe, and then he finishes it with the blasters. That's pretty clean, right? Because with the axe, you kind of struggle with those stairs, man. But blasters.
Old GCN like wake up. I'm not sad. Can't believe he got away with that.
Dude, everybody just wakes up. This whole tournament, we've been seeing nothing but wake ups. And the last tournament I casted in Australia is the same thing. I don't know. They're just on it. They just know. They're so aware of what they can and can't wake up. Sometimes it works. It doesn't work, bro. Man, dude, he's just going crazy with his lance. His recovery's insane.
Wake up, shake up, bro. Wake up and get money. That's the motto. Tossing out some Rex.
Lance exhausted recovery and these double stairs. Dude, he just chases. He's doing such a great job of chasing him after each of these hits. To the left side.
Backing all the way up. You can smell a GCN sig. He ran all the way. He was not having it.
Oh, you got it. Oh no, he doesn't have a dodge. This is a problem.
Ooh, that's gonna be huge. Oh, he could have gone for a dare. That
I was just saying
real bad. Stairs off the stage. It's nothing much of a double NSYNC. He's just triple. Can we get a fourth?
Yes,
oh my god! I didn't even realize the stock count. He's gonna get smart.
Yeah, really, dude.
Oh,
he opened up. He took the first stock, right? Keith has just been eating it. Oh no, he's done.
Yeah, absolute kill.
Yeah, and man, this is a mountain to climb for sure, but Reaper, dude, the previous system we saw, it was all these comebacks. I think he can do this.
Keith actually has the pay-to-win ARPA sidekick on standby.
It's so big you just can't see.
Should be an easy job. Okay.
No edge guards using plants. No,
that must have been an accidental save. It must have been. He's actually punching out of that one, I reckon.
But one for Keith. He played pretty good, dude. That Keith's lance is so good to watch.
He got the lead out of nowhere. I don't know. I must have like dozed off. I swear it was even.
Yeah, dude. He took Reaper took the first stock on Peraza, and then 3 stocks later, Keith won.
Beat me, bro. I don't know. I'm getting old, I guess.
Yeah, I just felt like at the job, and all of a sudden Keith is just beating him.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Hey, we got game 2 coming up. gets the weapon first again. The Yoki.
That weapon song was so unlucky though. Just right on his head. Reaper couldn't edge guard it at all.
Did we see him on spear at all last game?
Not much. No, we didn't see him on spear at all last set. He wants the lance.
He's already thrown it away. He's already second it.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Keep going crazy with these sidelights.
Oh,
Dude, this
so bad,
was
right?
sick actually. I'm not gonna lie, that was great.
That's an easy deal. No juggle from that though. Unlucky. Burns a dodge for no reason.
Oh.
I feel like a lot of spot dodges come from this region. A lot. Surprised it's not getting like punished.
Yeah, dude, you said it. You're right. And man, Reaper seems aware on it. Oh, dude, no sidelights.
Oh, Whiff City.
Yeah, tough. It's nervous, man. It's a tough situation to be in. Winners finals. Down a game. Just missed one punish. Nobody's lost a stock. It's been almost a minute and a half.
Oh my goodness. Both are like, what, 250? Oh yeah, that's gonna do it.
It's crazy. Didn't they take the first stock in like the first 40 seconds last game? In this game, it takes a whole minute and a half. Just slowed it down. Adjustment from Reaper. Finally finding a KO with that spear. He wasn't doing much on the spear earlier, but it's like a utility, right? He doesn't want to use it, but if it's there, it's better than unarmed, and he finds the KO. He knows what he's doing.
Sometimes you just want to have something just to scare the other person. You want to, like, you just want to put some fear in them. You're gonna threaten them with some absolute random sidelight insig and kill them out of nowhere.
He is
Really cool conditioning.
Such nervous neutral. One of them is just dashing through, and the other one is trying to dare them, and it never works out. Tough though. These punishes. Man, dude, this lance is starting to stack up damage. It's again, dude. Reaper took the first stock, and all of a sudden he's just behind again in this game.
He goes from being very, very patient to just mashing some dares and hoping of catching his lance in a punish or something. He's like, think this. Oh, a decent coming out, nearly killing.
What a KO like 2 or 3 matches ago.
I guarantee if he did that NC grounded, he would have GC'd it. He would have GC'd it right back.
Wait, is that it?
Ooh, no, it's not. Oh my!
I can't believe
It's a
that.
weird option to try an edge guard. Oh, he picks up the sidelight rack though. Not bad.
Yeah, he had a dodge. I'm pretty sure he just called him out. Didn't think he was going to dodge on a sidelight. Pretty good stuff.
2019, that would have killed probably.
On this map, nothing will ever KO on this map.
They get them high ceilings. But mostly, these weapons carry horizontally, unless you're killing with the rack on either weapon, either blasters or lance.
Yeah.
Like a spear.
It's not like either of them are playing a lot of blasters or spears, so. Right. Man,
Yeah, I feel like
he
it's
hunts
been
for
a
them.
while.
He always, from the
Oh,
last
no.
set, he just goes for sidelight dare recovery off stage, and it never works. All of a sudden, it works once. Oh, wow. He just
I'm
KO'd
liking the
D-Light.
game plan. I'll chuck out a few ground pounds and get him like nice and scared, hit with the D-Light, kill him at 290,000. Oh, that was a great dare. Knew he didn't have the D-Light lineup.
All of a sudden, Reaper's back
Yeah.
in this game, man. He was way
Yeah, it's
behind.
back to even. He needs to get rid of this. Every time he misses a nair, he goes for a dare, like immediately after. He just starts mashing. He needs to get rid of that. Vice versa.
Heath is so aware
the
with these
dare.
lance aerials. These dares and snares he connects on him so good. Every punish is just perfect for him.
Oh, falling into
wow.
the end line. That would have been a punish, probably, and maybe even a kill. Push for the rack. Oh, surprised I didn't kill. Again, at 290 million.
Yeah.
Finishes off with a nice dare. That's some 2 up.
Yeah, Heath, so good. Again, drops the first stock, and then all of a sudden he's just in the lead again.
Guy's magic, bro. Guy's magic on a magic character. He just pulls it back. Like
Yeah.
math. Math is math, bro. He just pulls it back.
It's like math. Yeah, it's just like math.
Yeah.
It's math.
You see what map it went to? I had no idea. I dozed off. Oh, it's gonna be is it a 3-time 8-ball?
Yeah. Dude, comfort map. It's probably a comfort map for both of them.
Honestly, ever since Mammoth got like taken out of existence, I think this has become the new Mammoth. The early map I've played on in tournament. Let me say.
Yeah, because it's so risky to go to like Demon Island and you'll get edge guarded super hard, or you go to like Brawlhaven against blasters and you just KO'd at 120. And the spear.
Oh my god, that was a bit of a cute little. Oh, he thinks he's nice.
Crazy.
He thinks he's shiesty. He thinks he's vague.
He's not bad.
A bit of a spear ditto. Oh, that. Ooh, he burned his dodge, but did nothing with it. Yeah, that could have been a wreck confirm.
This is crazy. I was not ready to see
Oh
like a
my God.
wild spear ditto between these two.
And my brain's going back and forth. My cranium being bounced around a little bit. All these pogos. Oh, the lingo on the end sig just smacks him into the sky.
He's so aware. That neutral sig.
He always hits it with an unarmed rack every time he spawns in.
I think he could have double D-lighted there.
Oh, what great catch with the D-line.
He's done a good job with that. This is so much extra credit. Keith is just pouring it on. Oh, that could have been big.
Oh, no dare. That's gonna get punished. Oh, and a kill at 500. They're living a while, man.
Dude, don't go to APOC. Man, this is what
I
happens.
think it's more so they have no true kill confirms, really, unless you're talking spear dealer.
Yeah.
Nothing grounded. Not hitting too
pretty
many
tough.
SIGs either for kills.
Nobody's playing like sword or gauntlets. Yeah, it's pretty tough for both of them. What is
Do it again?
happening, dude?
Bit of a loop.
Oh man, that is,
See if we're actually watching Groundhog's Day. Okay. Not bad.
He just keeps waking up. He's pressing the alarm. He presses end light. He wakes up again. Another alarm. Another recovery.
The
Just another
cycle
recovery.
repeats. Like Mob of the Dead. Ooh, the double. I like the. I messed with that so hard.
Ooh,
There we
away.
go. That's the early kill we're looking for.
Man, that was a dominant game. Just a clean 3-0.
That was. Yeah, he cleaned him, bro. Like a bab skewer. Just all of it. All meat.
I did not think that's how the set was gonna go. Between those two, because on the winner's side, the other two sets were like Game 5 barn burner sets, and then Keith just like just
Yeah, he calculated it. He did the math. He wrote it down. I'm seeing a Shelly. I don't know, guys. Come on, swap that double hammer. Swap that around. Oh, we got one on the field.
Yeah, dude, the Roman Reigns from
Size of
Taros. I never see Taros. It's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, the US, he's making a bit of a comeback. He'll come around eventually. But you see, well, Luna finished first place with a Terra secondary, I believe.
Yeah, Taros. Oh man, they go to Brawlhaven.
3, 2,
This
Oh,
is
okay, someone.
brawl.
Okay, this must be a him we picked. No way you let him go here on this character.
I don't know, man. Boots is scary on this map sometimes.
I don't know. I think they just saw the last match go to 500 per stock, and like they
Yeah.
just weren't having it.
No, we can't do that. We can't have it like that.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna give you a side ticket 40. Let's see how this goes though.
The boots are a struggle sometimes for Hemway to deal with. Right now, he's doing good. He's just fighting his dares. The straight hits on axe. It builds up so much.
That's probably gonna be a main option here, as Bruce doesn't really have a threatening anti-air or an anti-air to begin with. That's gonna get punished.
He's finding him. He's doing these. Oh no, that's so bad. But he recovers them. Are you kidding me?
Is this his first time playing Brawlhalla? What is he doing? What is he thinking? Oh, he's not playing games. He backed all the way up.
Whoa. They just stared each other down. That was crazy. Neither player did anything. They just walked through each other. No dash, no nothing.
It's just mutual love.
Yeah. High level neutral is just silly sometimes.
Yeah, a bunch of whiffs.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of whips. I don't know who was hitting with that one. I don't know. Evil spirits once again.
Just keep the demons at bay so you can keep the
Oh,
mental
there we
game
go.
strong.
Tried and true sidelight.
Yeah. I was away. What can you do? Pretty even game. Honestly, I mean, Hemway stayed alive forever, but did not do like any damage. He was just missing, so it didn't really
This is
matter.
also a pretty pretty terrible matchup for Terrace if I'm being real. Map aside, but this is pretty bad. He's keeping up.
Oh, he got
the
the
end
dodge.
line. His set came out 40 years before, but end line just too fast.
That end light is such a good anti-air. Actually, it hits so high. And man, he's just running on him with these boots.
Walking straight.
He overcommits. He's got nothing though.
Oh, that's a death, I think. Oh, he whiffs. Oh my god, what are they up to? That's a ground pound. Okay, another weapon throw.
All of these sets are like this.
Oh, what a beastie. That was a nice punish.
Both players will go off stage against each other, and neither of them will die, and then they just go back to stage, even though it looks so scary for both of them. Finds it's there.
I was looking at the health, bro, and I don't know how they were working their way up to 300 again, bro. Another set on Brawlhalla. Yeah. I'll have to deal that. Oh, never mind. He doesn't know the tech.
No, I like that. Dude, side like there, you just hunt for another follow-up instead of. Oh, wow.
Oh, no, I mean, if you get a close side light, you can get a D-Light True.
Yeah, but you can get dare too, and then maybe hunt for like an air or something. This is just going for it. Oh, man.
I swear you hit him like 1,000 times and did like, not that much. Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah, boots are a little. There's like an illusion to boots where they just hit you too much, but actually you only get hit twice.
Say that about Katals to someone and they'll actually scream. They'll scream, bro. Oh my god, he's just sending it. Absolutely sending it.
Wow.
A wreck killing off the top.
Player 2 wins.
Yeah, dude, sometimes I think there's something to be said about like not wanting to play nervous neutral, and so you overcommit and give up stage control just so that they have to go for a punish, and now you're not staring them in the face, always back to the Scarlet. It's the hammer ditto. You wanted the hammer ditto, you get the hammer.
Panic. Oh, the hammer ditto? Oh, the Scarlet even. I better see no lance. I better see just straight hammer.
I think it's gonna be
If I see anything else, I'm screaming. I'm jumping off buildings. I'm flying. I'm going out of space.
Yeah, it was all Lance when he was playing it earlier, so.
Yes. Cross our fingers here.
Go to top floor of a building.
3, 2,
Big flight.
1,
Run to the moon.
I love hammer
Yeah,
dittos.
we got one hammer. Oh, we have both hammers on the screen.
Watch how fast he drops it.
Excellent stomp.
Ooh,
Another excellent stomp. He whiffs though, but it's an excellent stomp.
Dude, these stomps are so good. He's the spacing he knows. He just knows.
Now, as someone that's done this ditto way more than I probably should have, this ditto can actually get so tedious, as a lot of dittos can in this game.
Yeah.
So this one, because you have like no approaching tools, and
Both
both you have no
sidelining each
range.
other.
Yeah. You feel like 3'5". Absolutely no height.
Oh man, dude, this guy's PR1 for a reason. He is rolling on
he's
this hammer right
crazy. I don't remember. It's one of these two, but one of them plays on like 60 hertz too.
now. Oh,
Like,
really?
and yeah, it's something crazy like that.
If he was PR1 on
Oh.
60 hertz. Oh, wow. That's
What
awesome.
did I just see?
I can't believe
That
he
was
went for that
crazy.
recovery.
I'm surprised he got away with that ground pound.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough situation. But this game, not even. Even though he found the stock, like, him way. It doesn't matter. He doesn't need hammer. You just own on axe.
I can smell when he's about to DC. I can smell it, man.
It's in the air.
he's letting them rip.
What?
Okay, I don't know. I guess he just hated that wall. He just want to throw something at it.
I feel like hammer Sarah hitting someone against the wall should damage the wall. Something. Just the cracks.
Yeah, crack the wall.
Finds an end light. And way again. Big lead. It's tough. Sire's not connecting on more than one hit or two hits in a row, right? He gets these sidelight airs, but then what?
A bit of
you know?
mashing going on in the neutral. A bit of mash. I think it's not much for range. That was a weird looking dad. I don't know how that hit. Might want to get on that BMG.
What, the lance there? No, not
The Lance Day. Yeah, even at the stocks though, he didn't give him too much credit on that.
Yeah. This has gotten closer pretty quietly. Sire, maybe it's the Lance. He was mostly on hammer. Oh, man. That's big, and now he's in so much trouble. He had to go for it all there.
I think every time a Lance player's been in a panic and wanted to kill someone, right then and there, they go for a ground pound read immediately. Oh, and the side stick picks up, slams him. Absolutely slammed.
I'm curious on the damage. I think that might be the first game that Sire did more damage on hammer than Lance, and pretty even for damage for.
It's that hammer pride, bro. They wanted to do it. They wanted it.
Yeah, they knew you were commentating.
Bird boss swap. Yeah, they respect. They know me. They respect me. Got a bird ball coming out. A Xavier
93
Woods.
Lance damage to the 265 of hammer. Yeah, pretty much.
Gosh darn, 5 weapon throwers, 3 weapon throwers. Not too
Oh, it's a WWE cage match.
bad. It is.
Yeah,
I
it's a
didn't even guess
1v3.
that.
This isn't really fair, but still a cage match.
Double hammer, back at it again.
Yeah, I love Bokar. I really do. I hope to see as much Bokar as possible. I hope Amway loses and switches to Bokar. Like, I just want more Bokar. Shout out to Sandwich Bokar.
Oh, wow. Oh, do a third sig. Come on.
Man,
He's not feeling it. He's feeling generous.
this is an explosive matchup all of a sudden. It was like so quiet earlier, and now they're just swinging Amway. Oh my god,
Yeah.
recovery.
It's because they just throw out as many things as they can. So when they whiff, they whiff. But when they hit 7 in a row. Just
Yeah.
absolutely clobber them.
What?
That was
There was line
that
of
hit
sight?
awfully high.
I'm sorry.
Oh wow, animation. Oh, that was good patience. I think I dodged. Oh, dude, I didn't even know what way that was facing. I had no clue.
Yeah, the crossover messed me up there. I really did not know what he had to buy until the very end. I was like, oh, that's an interesting. Wow, I didn't know that.
I haven't seen this crossover in a while. Like, Birdbot kind of fell off. Hammer nerfs and all that. I
Yeah,
haven't seen him in a
I mean,
minute.
it's not like Java played this setup, so once Lil Cup
Yeah,
fell out,
he's red base.
yeah, wow. Anyway, whole stock lead in that. He's the best. He's PR1.
Yeah, he's got him. He's got him both figured out. He knows him. He's got the calculator. Oh, that's a nice. He's getting some really nice stomps.
Oh man.
Oh wow. Just straight through the weapon throw.
How does this even?
Fucked. But, you know, I got a hunch Himway might just little 4-hit into side sig.
Yeah,
Kill
he's
him
on
at
the
90. I'm
axe.
feeling
He's
it.
gonna get some side light
Yeah.
there, B light, and then a neutral sig. That's it.
I feel like he's not abusing axe and light as much as he probably should be.
It doesn't help that,
panicking away.
Sire's like playing around the zones of it really well. Oh, the double
Oh
recovery,
my
that was
God.
sick.
I blinked and he died. That's crazy. Just even it up just like that and killed him.
Wow, yeah. Alright, he's on the
Goodness.
board. Sire on the board. Switch.
Making his way up.
No more Roman Reigns.
Oh, he's throwing out everything. He's on the Caspian. He's on the Caspian. 4 decks. Look at that star line. He's got the 4 defense though. He's on the cowardly man. I mean, back on this map. Second time in the set.
1, brawl.
This is crazy for Caspian. All of his N6 hit everywhere on the screen. I don't
Yeah.
know. He's not gonna be safe
It's hard to
anywhere.
avoid. I'm not sure I would really go on this map against a Caspian. It's not
I
like Bogart
definitely
gets anything
wouldn't.
special out of it.
To be fair, what map are you safe from a Caspian? None, if we're being real.
Yeah, so
But, you know,
just go Spirit Realm and try to live forever.
100%. 100%. I think it'd be Demon, not Spirit.
I'm not going to deal against a Caspian. No chance.
There really is no safe place.
Yeah.
It goes for
Scary.
Himway. Himway's getting beat up right now.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
hard.
Himway, what am I saying? Sire.
Man.
Look at the side sig. The side sig of Justice sending him straight off the map.
That sick has so much force. It will KO in US percent. KO you in US percent. Jesus.
That was a great end. Like, I don't know, you just scored to the future. Just score his landing. That was a bit of a weird D-sig. A little bit too brave. Ground pound. This is gonna be a kill.
Oh no, that's so bad for
Ground
him.
pound from meters. Oh no, the fraudulent Sarah coming in to rip his stock away. Oh, some fraudulent ground pound.
Thoughts on gauntlets. Oh my god.
No.
Vertical clash. What can you do?
I'm not gonna lie, if I'm Sire, I'm crying.
Yes.
I'm crying in my hands.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Just
Tries in his hands and
barely
remembers
slipped
that
over
he
the
is
wall.
that guy. Yes. Slaughtered him.
I don't feel like this is doable. For Sire is so much trouble.
At some point, Himwee's gonna realize he doesn't need to read, because if he mashes anything out of any move, he can't wake up out of it. Weapon is too slow.
Yeah.
Oh no. That nearly killed, man. Oh my. I'm feeling a side second. Oh, he tried it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a
What a
bait.
bait.
No, it was a bait. It was a bait. It's my face.
You might be the smartest man of all time. See if it pays off. This is quite the deficit, Sire.
It just
What
takes
is-
one signature. That's it. One side sig, one end sig. What?
Himwee has realized that the SIGs cover the whole screen. Okay. This is... Look, you can do this.
Yeah, if there was any region,
start-
it's what we've been seeing all day.
Okay, never mind. He just gave up on weapons, gave him it for free.
He doesn't want to fight his own arm. He knows he's got hands.
That's how he baited the dodge, but he put himself out of range for anything meaningful. Really unlucky. From there though. I think the record as well.
Player 2 wins.
It's
3-1
3-1.
Himwee.
It was kind of dominant. Even the game that Sire took Himway was looking pretty good in most of the game.
Looks like we're gonna have Himwee and Reaper for the losers final. So he's reading up the Lucian, getting it nice and ready, warming it up.
This was a really good set earlier. This is winner semis. So this went game 5. I thought Himway was gonna win, but no. And it was all it was all counter picks. Whoever lost the first game would just counter pick the weapon they lost to. It was like
classic.
It was blasters that was beating up Reapers, so Reaper switched to Axe, and then he beat him up with Axe, so he switched to like Asuri. It was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, he's sticking to the Roman Reigns though. He's feeling it. He's really feeling it.
Until he loses, and then he switches off.
Yeah.
Respect to sticking on the hammer, honestly.
3, 2,
Yeah, he's giving it a
1,
crack.
Brawl.
This region's really good at hitting D-Lats, like immaculate D-Lats I'm seeing.
Yeah. Sure. I don't know. A lot of these grounded offers, they just know. Just catching landings with them. It's so good.
Narrowly avoiding that D-Lat. D-Lat Nair, unpunishable. Oh no.
That was everywhere earlier. That signature's so hard to deal with, honestly. It's not like you
Yeah,
can...
they made it faster. And...
Oh, yeah. I didn't really.
Yeah, they did. It wasn't that fast before.
Wow.
They buffed it. She's just ducking out some SIGs. He's feeling it. This is a Caspian switch. Like 100%.
It was a Caspian switch in game 5, but he lost that. I don't know.
Ooh, nice.
I don't know.
Oh!
He just
They're gonna stay with a double set, just cleaning him.
just recovered high twice. Everybody just knows. All it takes is just the correct decision making. It's the power of Axe. On this map too, those walls on the side, pretty close.
Yeah. Absolutely robbed the lead from him. Snatched it.
You can take it back, but it is guitars. Like this could be a problem.
Well, killing, besides the SIGs that he has, he doesn't have any true combo confirms. He has to get a read off. So, like,
Yeah.
extending this lead is not going to be too bad. Already got a little Dan there.
And all it takes is a couple hits, and now he's in orange. The
And
Terrace.
oh, he's off stage. Oh no, I can kill him here. Oh, never mind. He's safe and sound. He's safe and sound. Evening at the stocks once again.
Yeah, it does so much damage. I swear, every hit from Terrace just feels stronger than pretty much any other.
Yeah, it's just I'm pretty sure his skins give him like stat changes. I'm so sure. But some of them, like Roman Reigns, gives him like 20 strength.
It just hurts.
100%.
Everything hurts. It hurts so much.
Ow!
Oh, nice wake up.
Slam. Surprised I didn't kill. This team does have that fairly high defense though. Wake up dead, just neutralizes them.
Yeah, that's the scary part about guitars. When you're that far down, you're in KO %, like, whatever you do, they could maybe just threaten a wake up and you're done.
Bit of whiffs. Reaper not really landing a whole bunch. And if you're missing on bosses, you're losing on bosses.
Yep, that's exactly how it is. He's struggling. Stark City, someone please.
Ooh! By the skin of his teeth.
Oh,
Alright,
man.
that was ignorant. Oh no! Oh, I was getting real ignorant. Real ignorant.
He's got a lead. It's a terrace with a lead.
Oh.
Oh my god. There's no way he didn't know that would drop, even if it hit. He just threw it out. Why not?
I'm not even sure what I just watched. Him
That
was
is
just
a
like
sad-
absolutely berserk.
Yeah. That's a sad way to lose a game. Dude, he two-stocked
Yeah.
him, but he did 80 less damage. That's it.
Maybe less.
That's a two-stock.
Oh.
480.
Is this a Reaper, a Suri? He's ditching the bosses.
I
Realize that
don't
took
blame
way too much work.
It takes too much energy
97 on
to
the-
play blasters when you can just explode it. Come on.
Yeah. Have the all reliable, always solid, got that true kill confirm.
Yeah. Honestly, sword's like such a good secondary.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1, brawl.
Great thing to main. You just main sword and then pick whatever other weapons matter, and you're chilling.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
that's
What? No
What a
way
statement.
that he just did that.
I don't think he got that true, but I know it's very close.
Is that really the
think-
first thing he threw out in neutral? He just like looked at him a
Yeah.
little bit and was like, alright, you're neutral safe. Come on.
Look, man, he's just different.
Oh,
I was unlike if he had that turned around
I was
the other
gonna
way,
say,
for
yeah.
sure would have hit that. Ooh, I'm assuming there's meant to be a dare, not a delay on the ghost behind him. Gets him off stage anyway. Cute little dare.
oh wow, that was fast.
Why's that Ned in hit grounded? Oh,
Man,
I
that
don't know how
could've
he.
been it.
The GCD like bold, bro. He could have just dared him and annihilated him, or Ned something.
He tried to get fancy a little bit. Really cool though.
He's straight to work.
Oh. He has declared his intentions to play Hammer.
Wow, that killed. Cleared him straight off the wall.
The force on that move
Breakdance
is
just.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Same with the active frames. Another whiff from him, Wayne. Reaper just picking up some damage. Ooh, finally hit. Oh, here. Oh, never mind. It's a Ned now.
Yeah, this starting to hurt for him, Way. That's not gonna do it, but this is a tough recovery. Sword will clean you here. Yep.
On the weapon throw. Finally killing, guys. Everyone on C goes for that weapon throw. I've seen it kill about twice. Finally picks it up.
Yeah. I mean, anything would have KO'd him there. That's all he had to do.
Gee,
Oh wow, what a wake up!
Another
actually.
wake up.
That was crazy.
Doesn't that wake up? Oh, he stops the juggle. Bro, he
He
needs
saw
to
his
calm
life
down.
flash before his eyes.
Yeah, he lost all 9 of his lives in that one moment. Oh, I smelled that NSIG. I knew exactly what he was going to do. No punish, unfortunate.
This is much better for Reaper though. He's got him like pretty much a KO %. But it is guitars, and it is Terror attacks. So
Yeah, so he dies about now to, what, any SIG?
yeah. Oh man,
He picks up the double dare for the
GG.
not making it back from that.
Player 2 wins.
Reaper's so good at that. I saw that in an earlier set. He's just really good at knowing when they're gonna jump. And that one it was a little easier because he's gonna jump to the wall. But
Yeah, he's pretty forced.
yeah,
And you get that huge semicircle of a down air to just clear him.
Yeah,
1-1.
and if you're wrong, then you just do it again.
Yeah. Just like, okay. Then you probably ground pound because why not? Get away with it. Recuperate. Do like the ledge.
Oh my god, he locked in Val for a microsecond. It made me realize I haven't seen Val in this tournament at all. That's crazy.
Yeah. Val kind of fell off, and I don't really know why. I haven't really seen her. I haven't seen her in a while. I guess like Caspian's just taking over.
Yeah, I mean, Guitars. It's not even that sword is bad. It's just Guitars are crazy.
Yeah.
Val doesn't have those.
Caspian's things.
Yeah, Val doesn't have those. Those like super potent. It's like the sword neutral sig isn't what it used to be. Back in like that Val patch, Gauntlets and Sword were the best.
Do you think the Gauntlet Sigs are probably a bit slept on? D-Sig is like genuinely free, especially in twos. Oh my god. But nothing crazy, no dumb KO gallop, starts like Spike just starts to.
Yeah, definitely not Caspian.
And we got the 10,000th APOC of the night.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
That's
no,
not
he slipped.
good.
He's got so lucky. He slipped, fell straight up the stage. Combo. Wow, that
He doesn't have a dodge. That's not good. Uh-oh. Oh man, I thought he had him there. No?
Oh man. Oh, he misses the nair. Missed it the wrong way.
What a sidelight, actually. He catches him landing on the platform from below. That's
Oh, okay.
Alright, so maybe Hemway knows his character. This looks very different. This is not just like a I pick the two weapons thing. He knows what he's
I
doing.
mean, everyone has a pocket Val. Everyone has a pocket Val. Like, everyone used to have a pocket Brawlhalla. Like, everyone has it.
Yeah. If you're good at
Okay,
twos,
I
you
don't know
probably
where-
have a pocket now.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't know what he's doing with that weapon dodge. Just the win.
Yeah.
Excellent dodge, though, from way.
Wow,
Ooh, the
okay.
double D-lock.
I actually have never seen that before. That is kind of cool. Oh my god.
Oh
he just
my
chased
god, making a 3-1 right now.
him. Yeah. Hemway doesn't like the fact that he lost that last game, I think.
Yeah, he's all business now. He's got the suit and tie. He's ready to pack them up.
And I'm done messing around. It was fun. It was fun playing this set with you, but I'm going against. What is this?
Yeah. You know who I am? I'm Himway.
Him. Here
I am him. I am him way. He's lucky little kill. Let's see what he can do. If he brings us back, it's not out of the realm of possibility with Guitars.
This is all like a
Read-
mental motivation kind of comeback. You might not even be able to win the game, but if you get like 3-stocked or 2-stocked like this, it's so bad going into the next game. But if you can bring this back, just to make it look good, you can feel good about yourself.
Yeah. Know the mental over. Be like, oh yeah, I got this guy.
Yeah. Like I figured him out.
Oh, that weapon throw to deal at.
What?
Honestly, that was a cold punish. That was icy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was kind of nuts. Try 2-stock though. He really backed him up.
Back to the Lucian. Wait, was he playing Lucian?
Yeah, he played Lucian game 1.
Oh yeah.
And I think, was it game 1 or 2? No, I think just game 1. Losses weren't working out, but he's gonna, well, you know why people play with Lucian. They chuck Blossus to the wind, sit on Guitars and just go at it, bro. Just rip them. Let the Sigs rip.
Yeah. That's why it was always great to watch Luna go nuts on Lucian.
Yeah.
He would just actually play blasters. It's like, wait, let's.
Yeah,
Does he not know how to play
he's a-
Lucian? You don't do that.
No, he's a real. Hey, that's my man on PS4, bro. Back in the day, I'm a gunsplayer.
Yeah, blaster
Luna,
demon.
he's some justice.
Oh, my
no,
god,
oh, no,
he's
oh,
done.
no.
He's done. He's done. Now, get out. Oh no.
Oh no, he's dead. He's still dead.
What on earth am I watching? He was done like 3 hits before that. And Reaper just had to make him sure he's done.
It is 2023. I cannot believe Unoff can still do that.
I mean,
I'm saying it.
he just jumped into all that, right? Like,
Yeah.
he should not have gotten that.
It's still like it's so threatening. Like if you get hit by a dare, you're scared. Like you think you're about to die.
He only just 2-stocked him. He's up 2-1. He's really that nervous? That's crazy.
Dead serious, Bells Reaper? I'm dropping blasters. I'm playing unarmed. 100%. I'm playing
Yeah,
unarmed and I'm playing
Not a
compressed.
fun matchup.
Oh, nearly. Just It was a good bait. He baited the GC. I didn't think he was going to GC, but he baited it. Give me the stocks.
This game has gotten progressively more even. Reaper's starting to get hit a bit much after just owning him on that first stock.
Finally killed it. Oh, slam the fraudulent ground pound to said. Completely unnecessary. Just sending a message.
That's the struggle with blasters into gaunts. Just get edge guard.
Oh,
It's tough.
just smacked into the void. Finish that. Yep. Easy.
He touched.
Oh!
What?
He must be 7 feet tall, bro. I don't know how he got that.
Wow, the Reaper looks very nervous now on this blasters. He was playing like so, I don't know, just aggressively, and now so much more of a struggle. I mean, this is like his tournament life, basically.
He's throwing us some nice saves though. He's hitting him some nice saves, some nice,
Oh, we
zoning.
got the dodge.
That's gonna be nearly a kill.
Maybe just knows.
Yeah, he really does.
The spot dodge was immaculate. That could have been a big deal.
It really could have. That could have evened up.
It was a really good bait. Now, Reaper, I quietly just made this a real game.
Himwee's panicking though. He's kind of throwing out some things that'll never hit in his lifetime.
Both players, the spaghetti's everywhere.
Oh! That was brilliant. That was very nice from Reaper.
Whoa, dude, that was scary. That was terrifying. That was a jump scare.
Oh, dude, Reaper, his ancestors were behind him. He just didn't know where to go. Like, I don't know what he was shooting at.
Yeah,
He was doing
Blaster's
something.
GC delay jump scare. That was scary.
That boy was up to no good.
Maybe moves on to Grands. Just a rematch. Wait, no, he didn't play Heat yet.
He played against Saya, played against Keith. Oh, that was the rematch. I see. Yeah, okay. And then we get to Keith Himwee.
So he beat the demon that knocked him into losers. Now, wait, he's on Sol? Dude, what is happening?
Probably can't. I don't know. I don't know this region. I have no idea what is a thought. This matchup. This matchup's not. It's like on canon. It's pretty bad to be honest.
Yeah. I'm not sure
no,
I've really ever picked Cannon into Orion in my life.
Actually,
not sure that's something I would do.
On paper, it's pretty bad. Cannon to spear is horrendous, but Keith mostly plays Lance. So if he does that, like, it's honestly fine.
Oh my god, he spot dodged.
Oh, he thought he was nice.
Known immediately. I'm gonna be sidestepping you. Oh
I respect him so much. He just throws out these big options at the start.
And you just
Goes for
reminded me about
Falcon
the Taros and Sig on Axe just at the start of the game.
Yeah, ripped it. To be fair though, okay, I don't condone that. I don't condone that DC. I don't know you got away with that. That was kind of crazy. I knew he was gonna turn around sunset, bro.
Watching him play is so funny. Cause it's like, at least now that he's got an elimination bracket as he takes the first dog, it's like how people talk about how like the new generation, they all have like 3-second attention spans. Like if he gets in neutral for longer than 3 seconds, he just rips his thing. He's not playing neutral for that long.
He's got the ADHD play style.
Yeah. He got off his meds after winner's bracket. He's like, I lost. I can't keep.
Oh, the double wreck.
He's so good at that.
Normally you can let it rip, and honestly, it's kind of free. But from that close, oh, really? Just for double players and get it.
That was scary. And like sneaky good edge guarding ability.
Yeah. As long as you time your dares, it's like amazing.
Yeah, it's like pretty similar to Baudelaire. It's not as far, but it's so much bigger.
I'm not even sure if the distance is that different. The main difference is the speed. Cannon dare is hilariously slow. It's hilariously slow.
Oh man.
It's pretty cute. A bit more patience, man. You had 2 question marks.
What is what? It was just a bait. It was a bait. And I don't know.
Just a bit of mashing. Just we like a little bit, a little mash. I thought we were going back. Oh, the NC clips him. Oh man, the active frames on that, man. I thought we were going back for a bit of a whiff neutral, but picks up the kill.
This is a hyperactive matchup between these two. I can't sit still. I can't like play neutral. Neither.
Yeah, absolutely not. They can't. I mean, see, mostly pretty young. You know, they get that young Gen Z hyperactivity, bro.
Yeah. Just they gave him iPads at age 2, and now they just rip D6 in neutral from the corner.
Very surprised I didn't kill.
What?
Okay.
From the other side of the screen. That's such disrespect. I would actually be offended.
Just going for a bit of a jog, you know, get your cardio up. Like he's been in a tournament for like 3 hours, 4 hours.
Just
you know,
keeping the blood moving.
Just stretch his legs a little bit. Oh, what else would he ended it with? What else? Just picks him up by the neck and throws him to outer space.
Zol is such a silly character. He actually
he's
just
amazing
grabs him by his leg and throws him as far as he can see.
It starts to get disrespectful when he starts ripping D6 on cannon like out of nowhere. That's he's having a good time if he starts doing that.
It's crazy that was the sig that I don't think he used once. That and like
yeah. And also,
the good
it's
Zol sigs
free.
are the ones he wasn't using.
Yeah.
But he was just ripping the side signature.
I didn't see a cannon NSIG once, I don't think, to be honest.
Yeah.
Guess he didn't need it.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
If he messed up that dodge, he is in trouble. Oh, he's in trouble.
Oh, he's jumping.
Yeah, just a little bit more patience and you'll be getting some really nice edge guards. Yeah, he just doesn't have it. That's gonna be a lot. Oh, no double whip. Wow, okay. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. He's getting real lucky with these side sigs.
He's not gonna sugarcoat it.
He's getting real fortunate.
What is happening?
Wow, that dare angle was disgusting. For the red, first kill of the game.
Yeah, this is pretty bad for him. Way he has no dodge. This is he's Sarah cannon player.
Oh,
Sarah out of hit stun.
Promise you,
dominating.
Next time we sideline Nez on Lance, he's gonna GC D-Sig. I absolutely promise you. Oh, the D-Sig comes out!
Wow.
Oh, a good say, a great say even.
He chases people with Lance. He doesn't let you get
they chase each other all the time, like Tom and Jerry.
Right now, I can tell you which one is Tom and which one is Jerry. Oh, he could have stage spiked him, that would be great.
Ooh. Also, the most disrespectful way to give someone just a weapon throw. Honestly, it's so sad.
A weapon throw where they can still have a couple options to make it back, but they just missed the wall.
Ooh. Oh. Don't know what he's going for with that nair. Okay, he means business. Ground pounded them, sending a
I
statement.
wouldn't call that crazy, but that's really common now. That ground pound is kind of a good approach sometimes.
It is. It's fairly safe because it's kind of like old orb ground pound where it kind of sends you up, but cleans on the side too. And that's 2 stock to bring it back. It's gonna be 1-all.
I'll reset. Onto the Mako.
No reset. He's on the Mako. Oh man.
He was playing Jaeon earlier, but I don't know if he's a greatsword player. Okay.
I don't remember if he won on Jaeon. I don't actually. My memory's terrible, so I don't know.
My favorite thing about
He's
him
thinking.
is his clan. I want to join his clan. Mew, meow, ow, me. Ooh.
If I read that, I'm gonna have a stroke. So I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do it.
But I
gonna pause out.
want everyone that I play to have a stroke. Maybe that's a strategy, dude. That's next level.
I'm a huge fan of Ragnar. I'm a huge fan of the skin, so
Yeah.
no bias, but
Ragnar's such an explosive weapon, actually. It's like very
He is.
slept on, can just take stocks. Very quick.
100%.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
And if the axe buffs, I'm not sure what stance he's playing, but I'm not on this map. But I think if you play strength, you get 6 dex still, and you can do endlight, sidelight, nair, d-light on certain platform maps, unjumpable. It's pretty crazy.
Endlight, sidelight, nair, d-light. Wow.
Yeah. I don't think it works on Miami, and it's a 6 dex requirement. But it's like 59 or something damage. We got the tars. He's getting all these confirms. You're ripping a side sig. What else do you expect?
Yeah, I think this is interesting. He picked Cannon into Orion, and now he's picking guitars into Orion. I feel like these are like guitars 2 worst matchups, but he's just owning. Oh boy. He's just lets us rip.
Do it again. Do it again. Don't know who he is. Okay, this.
He got a little burn off that NSYNC. Very close. It, like, burned a little crisp of his hair.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I would have gotten hit by that 10 times out of 10. I just fast forward because I'm brainless.
Not me.
Feel different.
Would have grounded there off that. That was very lucky. A bold ground pound. He just had that much confidence. Oh, he just punches him to the sky!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Got caught lacking, he was holding down. Unfortunate.
Oh no.
That's
Oh.
in trouble. What?
I'm not sure if he wanted the D-Light. I feel like he wanted the dare.
That could have been scary.
I think if he gets the dare there, I think he just end Nez or says and gets him real low. The NSYNC, great read out of Nair, to be honest. It's like 1,000 dodges.
He's put down Axe into Lance Clinic. He's getting all the dead zones.
Ragnar's NSYNC is unmatched for anti-airing, bro. Then he just picks him up like that, sends him to the moon once again. Neil Armstrong in the like. Just chuggles him for free with Nair.
I can't believe he's out-nairing a spear. That's kind of... what?
Same move, but one's just
That's
ridiculously fast. And he gets the kill off that?
That was actually
Dude,
nuts. I am not gonna lie, that was crazy. That was
He just ripped his skin off. He just deleted him. Oh, Tezuka's coming out.
Keith is all business. He was playing this a couple weeks ago. He was playing in spring.
I'm not sure how this matchup is. I'm not sure what the thing about this matchup. To be honest, I haven't played Boots like since it came out.
Boots
I haven't played in guitars.
Yeah,
I imagine.
I talked to one of the guys who, like, at BCX when they released it, I talked to one of the art designers, and I thought that Boots lost that matchup, and he was talking to me about all the zoning moves that they have with Endlight, how far away it hits, and he feels like it doesn't. So, I don't know. I think it's interesting. Like, it's definitely a pretty volatile matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what matchup. If guitars is on you, you're in trouble. Like that's just like inarguable. Oh my god. Dude, he went so far. Oh, the classic. Holds it down. Just letting these 6 fly, man. I'm loving it, man.
Yeah. These two are playing quite silly.
They're playing like they're in a VC. And they're just talking to each other.
They're yelling at each other. Like, why did you do that? You're so dumb. Like, bro.
Backed all the way up. Yep. Even his side 6, bro. Like,
yeah. And the crazy thing is that, like, Keith was the one I knew for that. That, like, he would just let these side signatures rip on his legends every time, but then all of a sudden Himway's here doing the Keith thing. Wow.
he tried to wind up the punch, but got stopped around his tracks. Deleted for it.
Nice damage built up, though.
Yeah, a fair amount.
With Boots, I feel like this weapon, the KO efficiency on this weapon is kind of crazy.
Yeah, not as crazy it used to be, where it had 90 base force on the stair, but you know. still good. 2 stairs close to the screen. And
Whoa, that was
what a
crazy
ground
option.
pound.
He has no options. He didn't touch. Right? Oh, okay, no, he touched him. Sorry. Oh, he's done.
It's not gonna be a kill. Okay, I don't know. He just did that for the fun, I guess.
He tried to do another one.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing there, man.
It's just disrespectful.
One
Like, I
with
would
the
be
wall.
mad. Even as I'm winning, I'd be like, does he really think I'd get hit by that?
That's what I'm saying. Like they must be in a VC, bro. That's like a watch this, and it just
Yeah,
I
you
think
get hit by this.
into
You get hit by
nothing.
this. Nah, get hit by this
You
one.
get hit by this. Yeah, you like fall into this. Smelt that MC coming. Dodges it perfectly.
Victory!
Well, he had enough of it. I'm not sure if he lagged, if he was like, nah, man. I don't know what happened there, but you know,
Honestly, I'm not sure. I would
it
like
could
to
it
think.
could be either. Okay, he's on the Magyar.
Oh. No. Okay.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
That might have been too much of a throw.
I mean, he also just jumped off when you just fed him the maybe championship game. So I don't know. He's different.
Yeah, this is back against the wall for him. He's down
Yeah.
2-1.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
And this Qatar, I feel like guitars are not the answer to things, but I don't know. It's working out right now. He's
It definitely
hurt
is.
on him.
He's just stop mashing a little bit, be a bit more accurate. So I must say, these fan guitars are cute. Yeah, they actually match really well.
Yeah, it's really nice looking.
Another classic SEA wake up. That's decent. Okay. Punch of justice.
Oh man, that spot dodge could have been hell. That could have been awful.
Ooh, this is just a net. Oh, he waits it out.
Whoa.
Ah, that's why you end live. That's why you end live.
I was about
You
to
don't-
say, yeah, I feel like a end later deal might have been. Oh man.
that would- anything else would have been fine.
He's got nothing. He just waited. He still hasn't touched.
Dude, these guys use so many options, man. Kill. Yeah. Tried and true. Deal like wreck. Get him up the top. Nothing new. Evens it out. 2-2.
Nice weapon throws into combos. I mean, this is pretty even. Especially with guitars, I feel like you just build up damage so easily here.
Himway could just start going for half pipes, and I think he'd be catching him like 100% of the time.
What, like not even wait for a dodge? I think
Yeah,
he's
just
jumping.
let him rip. I think the timing for him,
Oh.
I think it's just about right.
He baited that. That was nice. Perfectly
Don't know what you're
spaced.
hitting that. It's a bold D-sig. Even bolder ground pound. Oh, that's gonna be a wreck. Nice shot, he comes back.
Yeah, I don't
Should
know
have
what this is
stopped it anyway.
I feel like this is not the pick. Does not look to be working out.
Pushes him back. Oh, I thought it was gonna be an unarmed destruction for a second, but he clears it up. 1-1. Not really a lead.
SEA
He pulls
wake
back
up.
there easily. He's got the weapon advantage. Never mind.
I thought he read that dodge in, but no.
Oh, messed up the true combo.
Now they're nervous. That last game was goofy. The last couple games were goofy. This one is serious. They care.
Yeah, Himway's he's thinking a little bit more.
It's like, wait, I
I
can
think
use
it-
this.
Oh, I think he needs to mash more. He's getting destroyed on his tournament stock, man. This might be it.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
think.
Not gonna do it, but
pre-patch?
oh wow, just a Sarah. You gave him stage control just for free. That's good.
Oh, that's gonna be it. That's it. That's it, man. Heath just takes it like nothing, man. Just sends him. And the Tezca counter pick.
Daylight Sarah. Keith is your Southeast Asia Showdown champion. Winner's side doesn't even get the reset.
Yeah, no drop sets. Just in done.
It's just good stuff.
Yeah, look at that damage. 479 on the boots.
And on a
Holy.
mission.
Yeah.
He played.
I wonder why he played this one. Beats me, man. Beats me.
Might just be a comfort pick.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, that was. That tournament was dope.
Pretty wild set. Him just mashing, throwing out the SIGs, letting him rip.
Yeah.
Surprised that there was a severe lack of punishes, I feel like, coming from every single person Himway fought.
But still, I mean, well played,
Yeah,
Keith,
congrats
man.
to Keith. Yeah, good shit.
Oh.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
Yeah, but I think so. Keith is your champion. We got Himway was second and Reaper in third, Sire in fourth. So well played to everyone, and I think that's going to
Yeah,
do
big
it
up
for
the
us
sevens.
over here. Unless you got anything else to say.
Nah, man, hey, man, my man Trank from Perth. Nice little cheeky seventh in the SEA tournament. That's about it. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, congrats to Tranquility from Perth on the 7th place. But
Different servers.
yeah, I think that's going to do it from us. So GG's everyone, and
Yeah,
it's a fun
GG's.
tournament.